So I've got the coffee table with the computer in the middle of the floor and two screens at like weird angles and shit.
While his intro is running, peace and respect to you all. And tonight we're just going to have old friends talking.
I'm making a. I've got music. Hold on. I've done this wrong.
Now you know what the beginning of our shows usually actually are.
And now I don't know. I'm supposed to be in mine. Oh, okay. My intro's not finished yet. I'm cool. I'm cool. I'm looking chubby in this though. I don't like this seat.
You do not.
Oh shit. Messed that up.
Oh, I know I'm live on your channel, but none of my guests can hear my shame. I don't want the people who know me to know I've got self-conscious, you know.
And also, side chat, if you guys have something you want to throw in that you want us to comment on, please feel free.
Yeah, I'd happily ignore it. Not a bother.
Peace and respect, Mac the human.
Right, my intro's nearly over. Come on, I don't do much like. Right, there you go. And we're live on now my channel. So we're live on both channels now. I think it's working. Are we working? Is it working? Are we live? Apparently, Richard said that I'm hosting on both. I don't know, but welcome back. I don't go live very much anymore. Richard was live earlier. Very lucky that he has a day off. Marty will be joining us later, and I've got people on either side of me here, so we'll have some banter, some crack. I don't know which camera to look at. Do I look at that screen, which is Richard, at this screen, which is me? I don't know.
I try. My monitor screen's over here, but I try not to like stare at it. You know.
I'm just trying to bring up the now two chats so I can see everybody making fun of my bad production skills. It took me so long to get the computer set up to fucking stream again. It's sitting on the coffee table with like a screen here and a screen here, and we've got just a sound bar, no speakers, no fuck all, but it seems to be working. Oh, and Richard, do you see who's in your chat?
Haven't looked over there. We got Cryptomaria, Harpo Blues, Nerdy Rodent, Marty Camejo.
Give them the attention they want. Give them the attention.
Clout, Odine. We got all those folks. And Jesus is Lord. Yeah.
Jesus is Lord. Jesus is Lord. I like the Jizz. Yeah.
Yeah.
Jill did, you know, he's been running. He's been running away from me. You know?
Oh, no. Everyone runs from him. He doesn't run from anyone. You've got that backward.
Oh, well, you know, we're waiting for him to. Is he not coming? Oh, sorry. No, he's running. He's running. Hello, Clout. Hello, everybody. And Cryptomaria and their chat. And then looking at my chat, we've got Spooky and the Weird European. We've got Let's Farm. Brilliant. Is my audio awful?
It's a little low.
I have this turned up full.
Well, just turn me down to max.
You're hosting. Can you turn me up?
Yeah, I'd love to.
Let's Farm is saying, what the hell is up?
Oh, yeah, it's way down over here. Let's see where we are now. Speak, and ye shall be heard.
Okay. Have I unmuted on my stream? Yes, I have unmuted on my stream.
All right. I think your volume's going to be good for the audience right there.
Okay. Maybe I was getting a feedback from the desktop audio. It's now muted. Okay. It's been a while, folk. Leave me alone. It's been a while. I don't do this every day. Right. How's that now? Is that any better? Is the audio all good?
We'll wait.
I blame Richard because Richard tells you that it sounds fine. Richard's too fucking nice, and he should just go, Robbie, you sound like shit.
I said that before in my northeastern United States way, which sounded more like probably there's nothing wrong at all. But what I meant was, wow, you're really super quiet. I can barely hear you.
Okay, well, hopefully it's better now. I pop back to the chats. Let's Farm says it's a little better.
Okay. Well, I've got it cranked up on my end as far as it can, and so do you. So that's as good as it is going to get.
Oh, I could crank it a whole lot more, but I'm trying not to.
Hey, Jill, you ever think about this? If Jesus is God, God was dead on a cross. Who was running the universe while God was dead on the cross for 3+ days? You ever think about that? Doesn't really work, does it?
Right. There we go. We've got you now. I think that's it. So my boss at work, the owner of the factory, said to me the other day, because there's a thing happened and a guy got hired at work, which we don't really think has the ability to do the job he's been hired to do, but he walks around acting like he does. And I don't know if my boss is religious or not or whatever, but the phrase he said to me, which apparently he said before to another guy, is, do you know there was another man that thought he knew everything, Robbie? They nailed him to a cross. And he walked off.
I like that.
I thought it was
Respect
fun.
also Raging Atheist and Lord Redfang.
The faith, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. I don't know. Now Jill's in my chat.
Oh, you got God equals the square root of -1 over there. Haven't seen him in a minute.
Stop saying that. I'm going to smack Marty for fucking passing that on.
What kind of rumor is she spreading?
No, the phrase "in a minute" does my head
In a
in. She
minute.
says it all the time. Yeah, she even types it as well. Oh, we got fucking Rage. We've got Rage and Lord Fang. Hey, it's like a reunion. All the old people are here.
Right on.
We're not old people. We're not that old.
So how long you been married, and does she hate you yet?
No, took too long. Paperwork. Now my cousin's getting married. She ran out of medication and might have to fly home. And there's a perfect time. We had to be investigated to see if it was a sham wedding. So that took fucking ages. And then there was a double lap over with the dates. And then it was a whole thing. It stressed me out. I don't really want to talk about it. She's still here, but we're not married yet.
We haven't talked in almost a year. What else am I supposed to bring up?
I don't know. You can ask about Elena. She's doing fantastic. Everything about that girl is great. Everything about that girl is
Yeah,
great.
but we all knew she was gonna be, and she's gonna stay that way, and she's gonna be amazing. And you're gonna be a little bit more impressed with her than she actually is, but she's way above average.
We went out she's really good into spicy food, right? Like
Okay.
super good into spicy food. She really likes her spicy food. And
She's the spice queen.
a couple of restaurants we went to, and like there was one not too long ago, and I got the chicken wings as a starter, and Elena got them as a main, and I was eating them, and the sweat was lashing off me. She's looking at me going, I don't think Elena's gonna like these. And the main comes, and I look at Elena 2 minutes later, and she's got, I'll show you.
She's like licking her fingers.
She's like, I even suck the bones. Right?
I was like, okay, I stand corrected.
Fine,
Like,
no bother. So we go to this thing in Belfast. It's called W5 activity. It's just called W5. It's like an activity centre where it's designed to educate the child at the same time as having fun. So to teach them about pulleys, there's a big giant pulley. To teach them about how wind works, there's a big giant wind tunnel. You put tissues in that moves around and stuff. You know,
kind of like the Science Center in St. Louis, but
Yeah.
I think a lot of cities have like a
Oh
science
yeah,
center.
there 1,000 times. I don't know that either.
right? There's even a section that's dedicated to how to make movies and stuff now, and she can be her own production and stuff. So we've got Elena in a green screen, and I did this one for you. She had a choice of a few, but I picked this one for you, Richard. Aliens have arrived, and she's in a newsroom, and she has to try and explain about the aliens coming. There's a video and all this shit. And then there's another one where it's like a screen the size of that wall, and it's showing dinosaurs. But if she goes to the other side of the room, she can become part of the actual 3D thing that's happening and all. And I've got a video of a T-Rex chasing her and her hiding behind the hedge and stuff. Like, so we go there, and on the way in, we walk past Nando's. You know Nando's,
Oh yeah, no,
right?
no, I don't have any idea what that means.
Oh, Nando's does sauces. They do spicy sauces, but they're also a restaurant
Okay.
chain. And I said to the daughter, "There's a restaurant that specializes in spicy food," and she was like, "Right." So we're going there after we go to W5. I was like, "Yeah, that's no bother." And it's sort of like a self-service restaurant. You order on the app, they bring you over your food, but everything else, you get your own knives and forks, you get your own drinks and stuff. You also get their own hot sauces, and they have a whole shelf, all these hot sauces. So I don't even go to the mild. I lift the two hottest that they have on the fucking bench because I know what my wee girl's like, and I bring them down and I give her a wee taste, and she tastes the mild one. She's like, "That's all right," and I give her the extra hot, and she's like, "Oh, I like that. Oh no, I like that." So I was like,
I gotta
right.
know. Any of you guys know enough about biology to know if you can like ruin your taste buds for the rest of your life by overdoing it?
I think, okay, so the taste buds that you have, you're born with all of the taste buds that you will ever have, but they're kind of like eggs in the ovaries that like there's a certain amount of them that will mature over time.
I also think that
Okay.
spiciness works by a chemical reaction, not in your taste buds, but by your brain. So it makes no difference.
It's still
So you
coming in
can, like,
contact with the tissues.
Physically, you can physically like burn them off to where like you can't taste anymore, but it's not like a, if you over taste that stuff that it'll like ruin your future ability to taste.
Just wondering.
Point is,
Okay.
right? The point is, she orders hot chicken wings again, right? And I was like, right, that's what you want.
Super spicy, like the max.
No, she
on
got
the-
medium wings because she didn't know. She wanted to test, but she ordered medium wings before she tried the hot sauce. And she was like, right. So she grabbed the
Medium
extra, extra hot. That's a black bottle with warnings all over it that she loved. She pours it all over her chicken wings, right? Like there's a puddle in one of the chicken wings because there's a dip. Like,
More than one,
Right.
yeah. It was like,
and as she, all right, and she lifted the chicken wing and she took a bite out of it. And I'm eating my fucking whatever it was, burger or whatever it was. There's a window here, right? And she just bites into it, and I look at her, and her face changes, and she just says, "Oh no, I regret that. Oh no, oh no." I near spat my food out over the window to the people walking past. Like it was such a mature thing to say. And then she's out with the tissues, dabbing it off, and I was like, "Too spicy for you, honey?" No, the tastes didn't work together. Didn't like the way they tasted together.
Stubborn. Yeah.
yeah, she like bit into like a puddle of like fire sauce. It's like, oh,
About
girl,
2 minutes,
oh, girl.
about 10 minutes after she'd finished her food, I was like, "Did you like that?" My lips tingled a wee bit, Daddy. Okay. But no, she's doing real well. She's learning swimming and stuff now. She's turned into her father. She has an awful, sarcastic, right to your face humor. The dog was sick the other day over here in the corner, and he'd also been sick in the morning, which I cleaned, and then he was Lade, which he cleaned, so it was her turn, so to speak. And she's just cleaning
My
it,
turn.
and she's not doing well. And Elena just looks up at her and goes, "You having fun there?" She's just a sarky wee. She's even her mother's like, "Yeah, that's not my fault, Robbie. That's all your
I was about
fault."
to be like, why don't you come over and give it a shot, girly girl?
No, she's doing great.
Awesome. Tyler
Ivan
Johnson
Davenport
wrote,
once a 20.
Tyler
This is-
Johnson wrote, "Richard, can I get some air quotes saying Jesus real quick?" Sure, but I have to preface it. All the Christians believe in Jesus.
It's the shoulders. You like suddenly lose your neck. You know, did Jesus
You have
not
to
have
do it
a
right.
neck?
You have to commit to these things. You can't do it half-assed.
It's like Jesus didn't have a neck. He's just like a wee, he's like a wee T-Rex.
Yeah, the Christians believe in Jesus.
I say Jeebus. As in saying that, just as I'm not a proud father, but Elena has started to ask me certain questions about that and stuff. She's been picking stuff up from things and people around at school and stuff, and been asking me about God and heaven and shit like that. There, like, I just sort of bluntly said it to her the other day because she said something to me, and we were in a shop or whatever, and I was like, "Honey, God's not real. Like, we're doing something. Come on, it's fine." Which I sort of regret a wee bit because I do like to talk to her about it, but I was quite blunt with her, and she was like, "Oh, okay."
She'll give it another try. But be sure that you don't shut her down every time.
Oh no! I don't shut her down. I've even said to her because she mentioned one of the teachers at school because she does go to RE and stuff like that. And I was like, honey, if you've any questions about that, come and ask your daddy. I've told her like she'll come to me about anything. No, we have a we have a great relationship.
And RE is a Catholic school, right? Because
no, RE is religious education, which is taught over here in Northern Ireland, and the synopsis would be what connects both the Catholics and the Protestants. What's the same? So they teach them.
Of course, that's the topic. Why would I think it'd be anything else?
Yeah. Well, it's the same. They teach Christianity, but they teach like a Church of Ireland Christianity, which is like the Protestant version of the Catholics, so it's sort of goes across both of them. But
because if you say religious education in most contexts, what that means is like a comparative religion class.
Yes.
Well, their idea of comparative religion is just two parts of Christianity. I'm sorry, I find that amusing.
No,
it's
I see
all
your
the
point.
stuff in the Venn diagram that overlaps, basically, which is, as far as religions go, like they're pretty much a lot. They're both Christian religions.
Oh, I don't think there's a Venn diagram to be made. It's just all overlap.
Yeah. But now I do have the option. Now I have the option to remove her from that class and not get her sent there, and she'll go to private study and do homework or whatever. Like, but it's hard position to be put in because she's so young and she's so susceptible to these things. Like she takes them as given because a person of authority is telling her that. But at the same time, as non-religious as I think a lot of her friends would be and her parents would be, like we're not religious over here like American religious, it's just something you do, and I don't want to remove her from it and then she feels ostracized. Like, why can't I go and be with my friends? So it's a hard position to be put in.
Yeah. Cultural Christianity is more about socializing than it is about religion.
Yeah. And she's smart enough. I know damn rightly when she hits 10 or 11, she'll be fine. She'll just be, she'll be fine. She'll be grand. Like, yeah. So how are you've been doing, Richard, since I've been rambling now for 15 minutes?
Well, me personally, I'm fine.
Yes.
I'm, this
1634.
This is gonna sound like promotion, but it's not, because none of you are gonna hire me. Okay, so you remember when Joni bought me that backhoe? Yeah.
You got an old hoe bought for you? Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we don't call them hoes over here. That's a different thing. But yeah, she's become really, I don't know, female, and I can't understand her. And she's starting to do like typical girlfriend things to me. And I don't want anything like that. So.
Right. Well, here's the thing. Right. There's a question to start off. Do you not want the girlfriend thingies and all that because you don't want the attachment to another person that you feel you may need to check with? Or do you not want the physical company? Like you can have a relationship.
Because I'm supposed to be an employee. It's because I'm supposed to be an employee.
But you've worked for this person for a very, very long time, and you're the only. I can understand, but it's not like working in a McDonald's manager situation.
Right.
It is.
Let me give you an example. She okay, over the course of the last 5 years or whatever, she's fired me like 3 times. Okay, which is
You're
fine.
annoying. You're annoying. I can understand that.
I'm annoying as hell. I understand that. Peace and respect, none of your biz. So I've been fired. So she says, okay, bring me back all my crap. Well, part of her crap is a phone, right?
Yes.
And an older Toyota Tacoma pickup truck, tiny pickup truck. But I use that. I've been using those things to work for her. But I've also had to make money elsewhere because she owes me money and she doesn't pay me.
Yeah.
So in order to survive, I got to work for other people. So I've been using those items to go work for other people. And I'm paying rent on the pickup truck. So as long as I'm paid up on rent, which I don't know how I can't be while she owes me money, she's supposed to be subtracting it from what she owes me. Right?
Right.
So I've already run up a tab, and she's supposed to be subtracting from the tab, or she's running up a tab. I guess I should say it that way. Right? So she's like, bring back,
like I understand. She owes you 10,
like,
you owe her
yeah.
5, you owe her 5 then. Yeah.
Yeah, right. So plus she still has me working for her on her own personal private projects on properties and stuff. She still has me working for her. Right. So she's like, bring back the truck and the phone and the keys to the backhoe. And I'm like, first of all, you owe me money, and I can put out a mechanic's lien on that backhoe. You won't be able to sell it. I'm not going to just let you sell my livelihood. Sorry. I've been paying rent on the truck, so you can't just say, "Oh, I want out of this contract" while you're in the middle of a month. You can't do that. You have to do it at the beginning of a month. You know. So I'm there changing out a starter on an old Ford pickup truck she has, right? Which it was broken down. She says, "Come rescue me." I come rescue her, right? And then she says, "Fix it." I assess it and I say, "Bad alternator." She goes and she buys a new battery and the alternator.
Yeah.
Because she doesn't believe me. You know, I tested it. I know it was only the alternator. I know it's not a question. It's not a maybe. There's tests.
Yeah, some people would be like that though, but buy the battery and
Dude, I've been working for her for 5 years. She knows I can do these things.
Oh no, I understand. No, but what I'm saying is some people may do that. Like I need brake pads for the car. I'd probably buy brake pads and discs if the discs are.
Meanwhile, she owes me money. She's buying an extra battery, $150. She could put in my hand, right? So I recharge the old battery because there's nothing wrong with it. I put the old battery back in it. I change out the starter. It starts just fine. It continues to start just fine. No problem. While I'm cleaning up my tools from work, I go to reach for the phone and it's not there. Well, being raised Catholic, I instantly blame myself. So I look for the phone. And then she starts helping me look for the phone. And then I spend 2 days tearing apart everything everywhere. I lose 2 days of work, right? Looking for this phone. 3 days later after that, so a total of 5 days, when normally the battery would be dead at 4 o'clock, 4:15 in the afternoon, the phone comes on and my voicemails have been erased. Let's see. Who would have access to do that? I wonder. Right? It's and we were
Did you get the phone back to check? Did you get the phone back then? Can you check your answer machine externally from without the phone?
From a friend of mine, it instead of having my voicemail message, it went to the factory standard. In other words, it had been reset.
All right.
Right. Okay, so I know when she took it, that she intends to continue using it for some other purpose. Meanwhile, she lied to me from the start. I lost 2 days of work, and she wants me to pay for the phone. That's what I'm dealing with.
Right. Well, I can understand your situation, right? You don't want also, taken into a bigger picture, right? You're not the sort of person that likes credit cards or anything that can be tied back to. You're an off the grid sort of man. Yep. Having her give you the phone and she does all the work and stuff, and having her get the truck and stuff is a benefit for you. Because to be desperately honest, Richard, you're a decent, hard-working lad. You've probably got a wee bit of savings there. A mobile phone you can get for like 60, 70 quid, and you can have it yourself and you can just top it up as you need it. I don't know if it's available over there, but we've got like 30-day contracts over here, and you just cut it off at the end of the month if you don't want to pay it anymore.
Just get a Go phone or just like you go pay cash and you don't. It's like a no contract.
Yeah, no contract, no nothing. They're called SIM only, pay as you go over here. You can get them with cash or you can get them with a contract. It's cheaper to go.
Let me save you a bunch of trouble. There's another customer I have that owes me over $1,000. They're getting me a phone.
Right. In a reference to a car, as well, I was going to say well endowed as he is with his tools, as well endowed as you are with all your tools, you could buy a banger and fix it. You don't give a shit. You just need a thing that goes.
Yeah.
You know, you could get that own independence for yourself, but the problem with that goes is you will have to make a sacrifice. So what you're looking at here is two choices. Is do you put up with her or do you take a step into reality in the real life and go on the grid ever so slightly? You know,
How about
it's
something in between? How
well, give me a
about
suggestion.
3 months from now, a wealthy man I know is going to give me an interest-free loan to buy all of the equipment from her, totaling about $60,000.
That's putting you in debt to someone else, though.
I'll live with it.
Well, that's not in the middle. That's the same as this one, just with a different name.
Yeah, not the same as this one. Interest-free. A friend of mine,
Now, how
honest man, philosopher.
you said nice things about this lady before?
That is true. I did. And all of those nice things I said before are still true today.
Oh, yeah. Hi to Europa Bumhole in the chat. I see Deconverted Man as well.
Wait, somebody's calling themselves Rope a Bumhole?
No,
No, it's Titan.
I refuse to say his name. So
Oh.
Europa is another moon of that planet.
Europa. Gotcha. No,
Yes.
I already know who it is now. I get it.
Yeah, Europa Bumhole. Yeah, it's.
Right.
I refuse to say it. I will not never say it, except that I think that one time.
I said it for him several times at his request. I just pronounce it the way I want, which is not what he wants.
I don't know. They're a wee bit of a freak. They might be sitting in their greenhouse with all their flowers doing very naughty things, listening to all these people say their name over and over again.
Probably.
I won't want to be on that list.
You know, he hybridized his own flower. He invented a flower. Did you know that?
Yeah, well, yeah. He talked to me about the flowers and stuff before. I know they're deeply.
Well, it didn't exist on the planet before he invented it.
Possibly someone may have done it and done. Has it been registered online with the actual flower
I
society?
don't know what he's done with it. I don't know.
You see, because someone else could have done that. Lots of people over here, like, stick loads of apple trees together and you get like 6 different apples off one tree. Like,
But why Europa? Because, I mean, if you don't want to say that first word, I would take the next bigger equivalent, which is Ganymede.
but that's Ganymede. It's 3. Europa.
Oh,
1.
I'm sorry, MathPig. I'm sorry. Wrong.
Oh, no, I'm just lazy.
Wrong number of syllables. Got it. Okay.
No. It's nothing to do with the wrong number of syllables. She'll vouch for this for being an American moving over here. I find that when she tells a story, she takes 20 minutes longer than needs to be told. Like we say, short. Like, and that's not to do with her being a woman. That's just her. That was a joke. Don't make that face. For example,
like,
when
I'm gonna kill you later, you know that, right?
Yeah. For example, my mother was struggling in the kitchen with some new tool or some new thing that she had bought, and I'd never used it before. So there's no point in me giving an explanation. Yeah. So I come into the living room and I say to Red, "Mum's struggling in the kitchen," and then Red's like, "Okay." Over here, we don't say she needs your help. There's a head nod. Mum's struggling in the kitchen. So we shorten everything down. That's why Ganymede is too long. It's short. Keep it all short.
Your mom said that she wouldn't have understood that to mean that she needed help either, though.
I'm not going to discuss my mother's opinion because she's not here.
But we could discuss
She might
Galen.
be. Is she in the chat?
No, she's not. She's away to sleep unless I texted her. No,
that's
well, it's
true.
not. She's probably still awake. She usually stays awake about half 12.
It's more just an issue if it wasn't like a direct question. Like they do that in America as well. It's just me. Like I'm a little bit neurodivergent and I need for when you ask me to do I need a direct question because otherwise I don't understand to infer what you're implying.
Yeah, what'd you mean by that? Just kidding.
Yeah, that's a lot of times I'm just like I don't. And
Yeah, me too.
it's not even necessarily I don't get like what did you mean by that? It's more just like, okay, like I just like took it as a surface meaning, and I did not even understand that there was more to it that I was missing. It just completely went over my head. Like,
it doesn't really matter. It's just okay.
yeah, we're just chatting.
So you're getting a new loan and getting all your stuff back.
Yeah. I'm gonna go independent and tithe to her. I can't.
Well, you see,
I'll give you
that's
a
what makes
for
it
instance.
different. No, that's what
What?
makes this different from the first one, but with a different name. This guy's giving you this to be independent. He's not going to be your employer or anything like that. It's
No.
literally a bank. So, well, that makes this one different then. That's your
It
bit in the
does.
middle. Okay,
Yes.
there's one in the middle now.
Yeah.
He's got him by the short and curlies, but not quite as much in the same way.
Well, the thing is, he won't pull on them.
Hmm.
He has no
Or
reason to, and yeah, okay.
Yeah. Yeah. In 1 month of work, in profits on that backhoe and myself and my pay as the operator, in 1 month, I put $7,000 in her hand.
Yeah.
I didn't work all that hard to do that. Okay. I wasn't dying. I wasn't killing myself. I wasn't putting in 16-hour days or anything silly. It was more like 6-hour days 4 times a week. And I put $7,000 in her hand.
Yeah.
Well, that's reasonable. That's okay. I could do that. I could do that month after month. No problem. Right. She spent $5 on advertising after that. $5. That's all she was willing to spend when I put $7,000 in her hand.
In advertising, do you mean by advertising your services?
Yes.
So she would be like a 4-man contractor and you're the boy that does the work.
Yeah.
Well, £5 a bit stingy there.
Yeah, usually for most businesses, you say like 10 to 25% in some cases if it's a startup. Like, and that is typically like your gross, but in some cases it'll be your net if you have like a high startup cost.
Still at net, after pay, after my expenses, after fuel, after maintenance, after all that, I still put $6,300 in her hand.
It was $7,000 a minute ago.
He's saying net,
course it
that
was
was gross. This is net.
All right.
Right.
He also
Like
swapped.
I didn't include fuel.
Yeah.
There was some fuel spent there, you know?
Yeah, so like on the low end, probably like 600 should have been put aside towards advertising.
Right.
Not
And had there been, we'd be flooded by now with $65,000, $7,000, $11,000 a month. We'd be flooded with it.
Sorry for the echo.
Stu's doing the bad thing.
It'll go away now.
I figured out what happened. He pulled out his headphones or something.
I don't know what he did. He's not good with tech. He's 27. He's not that
27,
good.
28 years
Oh,
old.
and dyslexic. Yeah, 27 and dyslexic.
Oh, yeah. But with dyslexia, yeah.
Richard, fuck off.
If you don't be quiet, I will tell everybody the story about you and red wine.
Oh, no. We must never. Where's the camera?
There.
For fuck's sake.
I know.
What
Right.
are you dicks doing?
Sit down. I want to smoke.
Oh, I'm gonna go
Oh,
upstairs.
you're going to leave me alone with
Go
Richard.
slide over.
Don't leave me alone with Richard, please.
Well, he's not that sort of guy with a beard.
I think he might be.
Most priests are different, okay?
Nice beard, Richard.
Thanks, you too. But it's
Right, hold
genetics.
on.
I
Look,
can't brag on.
look in the left chat. That's my chat where Spooky is. Spooky's about to explode because you're on camera.
I can't read that. My eyes are really bad, Richard, so I can't see all the things.
Right.
Unless they're
You know,
big.
they're not worth reading anyway. You're
I
not missing
know.
much.
You might be able to in the new TV.
Not the biggest TV in the world.
I don't know.
It's gone around.
After you get so big, they start doing composites where they have lots of small screens that make up the total picture.
No, they've invented a thing called dimming zones.
What's that mean?
Inky blacks.
What?
Forgot to bring them up
Dimming
again.
zones and inky blacks. I don't know. I don't have a clue.
The TV runs. It's a mini LED TV, so they switch off the pixels. They switch off the LEDs, so you get true black, like real black. I don't know why they never thought of this. But it's the way TVs used to work, where they had to light the whole screen. You know, so they still had to send a light to create the black. With new TVs, they just switch it off. So they have dimming zones. Certain areas of the TV can switch off at a time and create just complete black. There is no power. There is nothing coming here. So it's as black can be. They call it inky black.
Okay.
Sounds a
it's
little
off.
bit
It's
racist
not-
to me.
It's not making a really dark gray light.
Yeah,
just off.
it's just off. Yeah.
Okay.
Like, who would ever have thought that switching a light off made it as dark as possible?
Huh.
You know?
Weird. It's so counterintuitive.
It works. Apparently. I don't know. It arrives next Tuesday. We haven't got it yet. But it will be nice. We got a new kitchen as well. Got a new kitchen installed not too long ago. My
By
mother
the way, if anyone wants to give me 60 grand, I would take it. Just putting it out there.
You should ask for 20. Somebody could afford 20 and then you've only a 40,000 loan. Nobody's
we're
going
going
to
to start doing mathematics again, aren't we? Okay. Or if 10 people gave 6, or if 20 people gave 3, right?
If you can guarantee 15% comeback, whatever you call that fucking profit for me, I look about getting
Return?
return. Yeah.
So you want 15, and that's compounding or simple?
I'm not going to get like
Simple ROI.
if you make £1,000 a week, I want 15%.
Oh hell, that would be easy to promise.
How
You
much
give
are
me
we
my
gonna
freedom,
give
I'll give you
Huh?
15% a week all day long, no problem.
Okay, let's do lunch.
Right on.
There's always boys over here with like guns that you can ask for money. It's fine, you know, but you need to give me that 15%.
Is Richard moving over here now?
No, I'm just
Oh,
I'm
I was gone for like the first part of that, so I didn't know. I felt like I maybe missed.
I didn't have any loans when I took the deposit out on my house because there's certain nice people that won't sell to the.
The need
You know?
us anymore. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Yeah, got
Oh no, I don't give a shit. It's totally paid for and paid back and all, and nobody watches this. The mortgage people aren't going to be watching this. Like, I don't give a shit. You know, there's a guy in an orange hall that will lend you money off the books, and he's an old man. He's not going to do your knees in. He's just part of the orange order. It's like the orange order sort of thing. I'm not saying it's the orange order. It's not, but
Of course, that doesn't exist.
Does he have a beard?
it was not long ago. He's probably dead now. But you went into their orange hall, and there was just a table, and you went up and you signed up, and whenever you signed up, you just left your deposits through his letterbox. You didn't have to go back to the building. Just like, right, you drop that money through the letterbox. It helped me pay for my house and put me on the property ladder. I don't care. Shit needs to be done sometimes, Richard. I blame my mother. She introduced me to him.
So it reminds of him.
Well,
Not the phrase I would use.
Fuck you all. You've all been sat there saying really bad things. I say one thing and now I'm the fucking devil.
You're up.
Richard, this is what I have to put up with. I'm persecuted. They've taken away my free speech.
go on.
No, because you've taken away my free speech.
Okay, I'll tell the story. Would you like to hear a story that recently happened?
No, don't do that. Just fucking remember.
He's just
it.
thought of a
Tell you all
story.
a story about a man named Stool.
I wasn't going to tell the red
Nice
wine
one,
story.
Richard. Do the second line. Make up the second line, I dare you.
Well, actually, I had one. I'm just not going to use it because it was cruel.
No, I can take it. I'm tough.
It had to do with being having glasses, a beard, and being foolish. It
Okay.
rhymed. It doesn't matter now. Never mind.
Mhm. I don't like it.
A lot of people do. So you're probably
Make him
right.
go away.
Just sit over there again. You won't see him.
I'm going to go back into my corner.
Yeah.
But if he's going to tell the story, I'm going to end this stream with my finger. Okay?
I'm not going to tell the
Right.
red wine story.
No, don't tell the red one.
No. I'll wait till you're in the bathroom and then I'll tell the red wine story.
That's better. Yes. Much better
You-
to stab your friend in the back. Yes.
I've mentioned to you before, Richard, off stream, on stream, and stuff, the situation at work and doing the store and having to sort out that other factory.
Yep.
And the fact, last time we talked, they had hired a dickhead up there that didn't know what he was doing. I think that's where we were at.
Yes. He was a pretty new guy, but he didn't know what he was doing. Yeah.
I had no idea. Well, he survived 6 months and then he fucked off to Australia. Right?
Okay.
So the owner, there's 3 owners, right? One really powerful one that we never see, and then 2 that run the 2 factories that never talk to each other. Right? The one that
Yeah,
runs
I
my
remember
the
the
one
story.
yeah, the one that runs my factory is very much like yourself, very much like me, and has an idea, sets a plan down, does a business, very good at his job, built the actual company up from where it was before he got bought out, and then before someone else joined in. He started this wee thing, so he knows his stuff. And there's him, the general manager of the whole company, and the head of purchasing asked me then to go up and do that guy's job, and could I do it in 2 days a week and spend the other 3 days a week in Armagh, where I work. And I was like, easy. That'll be easy. I'll have the van. If I need anything, I'll be coming here first. So I'll be able to lift it and drive it the hour and a half up the road. There's not going to be any of these situations where anybody's late or anything like that, or any of these parts. Or I was like, easy. I can do it in 2 days. Not a bother. So I did that for 6 months. And in the 6 months, with the information I was bringing back, with the problems that is there, with the fact that the fucking other partner who bought into this company didn't do this field of work before. He did steel fabrication, but he didn't do this. He just fabricated steel. He didn't actually fold it and do this and weld it. It's a different. Anybody can print sheets of fucking steel. Putting a bespoke thing together is completely different. And they're supposed to be putting 7 trailers out a week, and they're putting 3 out a week.
Oh, that's not great.
So they got behind, and then it gets to the point where the customer that shouts the loudest about their stuff being late
Gets
gets
taken care
bumped.
of.
He gets taken care of. The problem with that is, in our factory, we are told before you weld one piece of steel what trailer you're making. You've got the spec sheet, you've got all the information. And I take that to 1, maybe 2 people, and they build the whole thing. In the other factory, they have 6 men working on a trailer, because this guy over here is like 15 and can only weld drawbars. So he just welds drawbars all day. This other guy over here, he's fucking stupid. He can only make the axles. So they get him, he welds axles all day. So there's not an idea of what's going together. They sort of gym job it together. And like, what it started at up here is not what it might end up down there, because they'll have to change it in the middle. And with changing it in the middle, you might have to, oh shit, we've already painted this. We have to add a bit on. So we need to put it back in the black. It's a fucking disaster, right?
Sounds like
And I was about 6 months up there, maybe 4 months up there, whatever it was. And it got to the point one time that I was in the office and the backlog of stuff is that bad. And the owner's there that day, the partner's there that day. Yes, I did. And I got the pay rise. I did. I didn't get what I wanted. I walked in and told him I wanted £17 an hour. And he laughed at me. And then I did negotiate what I wanted. But he knew when I come in, I was getting what I wanted. He gave me 50p less an hour. That's what it was. He gave me 50p less than what I actually wanted. But I'm happy with that. Anyway, I went up doing this. And after a certain period of time, I'm in the office and I'm quite frustrated. I'm not having a great day because there's a boy out in the yard that keeps stealing stuff from the store. Every time I leave, he takes it from the store to his bay because he's too lazy to walk. And then I come back, I put it back in the store, I leave, he takes it out of the store. And then he runs out and comes and yaps. And then the manager's yapping because they don't have this part. And it's like, well, it takes 2 weeks to get them and dickhead keeps stealing them. You know, I'm having a bad day. And I may have confronted the owner going, I need this, can't give you it. I need this, can't give you it. I was like, well, what trailers is coming in next week? And he says to me, go ask the forklift driver. He's the one that pulls them in. And like, he's the one that tells the forklift driver what to pull in. It wasn't a great day. I went back to my main factory and said to the head of purchasing, it's a lost cause. I says, you sent me up there to make it the way we do it here. It's a lost cause. The cunt owns 33% of the company. He won't help me. It's gone. And he was like, yeah, no, we'll have to do this, blah, 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 blah. 4 hours later, I found out the motherfucker put an advert up on Facebook for a full-time store manager.
To do what he was doing part-time, basically.
To do what I was doing in 2 days. He's hired a now complete man who's a friend of his, who doesn't have a clue about what he's doing. And from what I can gather from the boys, he's good at one thing, which is walking about talking. And like...
And gave him a full-time position.
It is an absolute disaster. And like, I went back to the owner and stuff in my factory and I was like, are you happy with my work? Yes. Do I need to look for a new job? No. I was like, grand. So now I've got a promotion money-wise and my workload is halved. Because I don't have to do that shit anymore. But like, they're still ringing me. The other factory is still ringing me going, Robbie, I need this. I said, no. You hired a new man. Go to your new man. Tell him to send me a fucking email and I'll get it sorted then. They had to put a new computer in the store and everything and all for him. Because it's like, no.
Yeah.
Nicky hired a new man. You go tell him.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. I think they should write a business manual on how to ensure something fails.
Well, we did write a business manual. The guys at work asked me to do out a manual for how to run a store. And I literally called it the Bible. There is a sticker on the front that says the Bible. And it sits in the office of the other factory to the point where the big owner that I say that we don't see anytime, his wife was in one day to get stuff and she seen it. And she was like, what is that? And the guy in the drawing office up there, who I'm quite friendly with, explained it to her. She was like, I don't know if we can legally have something in the office called that. But she got the joke. You
can't resell it. But you can have it.
Yeah, but it is the Bible. This is how you run the store according to Red Rock. Oh, doxing myself. Oh, shit.
Oh!
That's how you run the factory according to the way we do it. And they just... So, we've got Harple Blues. Oh, that's that one. And we've got Sandy. And who's Ninja Biz? I don't know...
Hey, stop asking questions. It's none of your biz.
Still don't know who they are. Never met them. Nice to meet you.
You never ask questions about it.
Don't need to know. It's none of your biz.
Gary Baxter. Do I recognize that name? Did I talk to them earlier today in your chat? I don't know Dominic. You've loads of new people, Richard. You're doing really well. What's your number at now? Your subs.
880 or
love you, Sandy.
You do your biz.
870 something, I think, ish.
You still haven't hit the 1,000.
No. I haven't been streaming. I didn't stream for a year. Why would it change?
It wasn't a year. It's been like 7 months or 8 months or something.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Like my last stream, I think, was 4 months ago, and then 4 months before that, I've lost all monetization, everything, all ad support, it's all gone.
You know how hard it is to be a fringe Christian and get subscribers?
I swear to God, if you go mainstream and start claiming persecution, I'm gonna fuck it.
I know, but I just can't be dishonest like that. I just can't do it.
I'm gonna have to turn in here in a little bit. It's getting way past.
Into what?
I'm gonna turn
same joke at the same time.
Yeah, we need to get out more.
I'm gonna turn into a pumpkin. That's what's
a pumpkin. Pumpkins are cute.
Oh, Jamie Russell's here. Oh, the one that wants to presuppose presuppositions. Hi, Jamie.
So I might have to trade places with Stool so that he can be your co-host.
No, this is about.
Oh, okay.
Stool's tinier than you. He doesn't eat an awful
He
lot.
has a skinny little. Well, I was gonna say skinny little butt, but he doesn't have a butt.
What the fuck?
Well, it apparently fell off at some point.
No, no. It didn't fall off. It just turned into the tops of his legs.
It's just
You
like
all stop talking about that. Jeez.
It just, his legs grew up a wee bit, and it just became the tops of his legs.
I guess. I don't know. I think. Well, I've seen him without his hat, and I think his hair might have migrated down as well.
Oh, you should see him with the Harley Davidson. I've an old Harley Davidson bandana. I give it to him. He's quite fond of the Harley Davidson. He comes out with a big eagle and all.
Very American.
Yeah.
I hate you both.
We love you too.
I'm going to sabotage your fucking streaming.
You can't. No, there you go. No, you can't.
It was great to see you again, Red. I hope you rest well.
Good to see you as well. Good night, everybody.
You leaving this for Stool? Oh no, you finished
No,
it.
that was empty.
You took a whole can. It's not
It's very more purple.
purple. I don't know. There's another cider left in the fridge. The mixed fruit that's on my shelf that you. Anyway, back to the stream and not having this real life thing, because this is the important thing, you know. Question for you, Richard.
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
When you're not streaming, are you thinking about, and I don't want to use the word streaming. I don't want to say when you're not streaming, are you thinking about streaming? But when you're at work, and I know how important this is, so it may be counterintuitive or stupid question, but do you focus your attention when you're working on working, or is there always in the back of your mind, aliens? Need to tell people about the aliens. You're like, do you?
No, I don't get distracted like that. I'm a one,
So yes,
I'm
that's
one track at a time, really, just one thing.
So you can compartmentalize. I think that's the word.
Oh, sure,
Yeah.
absolutely.
So you don't think about the religion. So when you're not streaming, you're not thinking about YouTube.
Well, that's not always true. Sometimes I'm planning to do a show. Sometimes I'm setting up people to do a show. Sometimes I'm.
Okay.
And by the way, if I'm on the street, and if I have time, I'm not working. I'm trying to have a conversation about religious stuff.
Well, I try to have conversations about silly things and weird things when I talk to people, and I like that sort of conversation. It's not as locked down on a topic as yours would be, you know, but I still find that need to talk to strangers. I enjoy in real life talking to strangers more so now than this, you know. This has become like, I think this is probably could be covered in 4 topics at the most, maybe 3. You know, what the YouTube community that we would have hung out in and came from. You know,
Okay.
the topics of conversation now are 3 or 4 at most. You know,
I think that's just how humans are.
okay, maybe I'm not like that. So I'm the weird person, and I don't want to be all up myself and stuff. But I get bored with the same conversations. I don't want to say I have a small attention span, because I will give attention to what is necessary. But if you run that rabbit hole to the bottom and you find the rabbits, or you find the bottom of the hole and there is no rabbits, when you walk back out of the hole again, you're not going to achieve anything by going back in again. It's just going to be a dark, lonely tunnel of, you know, the same sort of thing.
I don't know, but I mean, in the history of human beings, how many epics do you have? Like, you have peace and respect, Marty. Welcome.
What fucking time do you call this, for fuck's sake? It's been a minute.
I know, and I said I was going to be on in a minute. We closed at 7 o'clock, and I was waiting.
Marty, is it me or is Marty's volume quite low?
Why
It's
does
quite
everybody
low.
Say that. I'm talking a little bit low
Because it's true. People say because it's true, Marty. You're at like 1/20th MathPig's volume.
Hold on. How's that? Is that
Has,
better?
That's
has
just
no
changing
effect
the
on how
camera
loud
angle.
you are.
Yeah, but my camera's my mic's in my camera.
Okay, so we need to
Okay.
get you a mic.
There. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
It's like you put
Yes.
silicone. It's like you put silicone glue on the mic, the non-hardening kind, and just everything's very quiet and muffled.
I'm not talking that loud right now either because we are still open for another. Like,
No, sweetie, it's really the mic. You would be just fine. I can tell.
right. Maybe if there's a way to make it through my headset.
In saying that, I was listening to Marty earlier with Richard, and these were both the same volume coming out to me.
Oh, I had to crank her up to 200%. She had to put her volume to 100%.
How's that? Can you hear me now?
It's a little louder, but not much.
Right.
Hang on.
Great shot of your nostrils, though. Wonderful
Oh,
shot of your
beautiful.
nostrils.
Very nice. Very
Just
nice.
as we were
nostrils.
talking about inky blacks, it is like a galaxy up there of inky black.
And now we hear nothing from you.
Yeah, go.
You
How
you
about
are
now?
completely muted. Oh, you're back.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Is it better?
Sorta. No, just the same.
Son of a balls. Ooh. No.
Whew.
See, on StreamYard, I've got her at 200% right now.
How about this?
Yeah.
Is this better?
Nope, it's exactly the same. You're still
Yeah.
using the same mic. You did not switch mics.
It didn't switch mics.
It's on my camera, but I don't know how to get it to.
Look at the bottom of the join, and it says settings right in the middle. Click it, second one down, audio. Look over to the right, click the mic, change the mic.
Yeah. That's what I'm doing.
I
can't
love
find it.
Odeon.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
I love Odeon's response. It's probably an Apple problem.
I don't have Apple.
Who can afford Apple?
Nobody.
Did you see Apple brought out their new iPads with their new wonderful stuff and a new keyboard and a new pen, but the new pen's not backwards compatible and the old pen's not forwards compatible. So if you've spent £1,500 on an iPad before and the keypad or the keyboard and the pen, yeah, you're going to spend about $3,000 now if you want the exact same thing, because nothing goes like they do that deliberately. They said it was about it, not being able to move because they had to put the camera in a certain place and we had to move the chart. No, they're doing that deliberately.
Bastards. Okay. Well, when I play Dungeons and Dragons, they can hear me. Can you hear me now?
Better.
Okay. I took
Okay.
I did noise. I did echo cancellation. Maybe that's what it was. Okay. So what's going on?
That is a little better. Yeah.
I did the echo cancellation.
Yeah, it sounds way better now.
Cool. You're welcome.
Oh, thank you.
Whatever. You don't even message me on Facebook anymore.
That's not true. I texted you like 3 days ago saying I missed you.
I know. I texted you back.
No, you sent a fucking emoji. I can't respond to emojis.
Sure you can. I texted you. What are you talking about? I texted you back. I said the
I'm
same
just
thing.
winding you up. Jesus, you're very sensitive, aren't you?
I said the same thing. I think. I don't know. What did I say to you? I don't remember. Now I have to get my phone because I don't remember what I said. Oh yeah, we were talking about my Alex problem.
No, I'm just texting. I'm texting what do you call it, Odeon, because we mentioned the iPad, and the iPad. I think the new one is 5.3 millimeter thick. Which is very, very little. But I don't know if I've got a case and stuff on it too. This is quite cool, Richard. Not that you'd give a shit, but this is a technology thing that's quite cool.
You're right. I won't care. But let's hear it.
I'm going to show it because Odeon's talking about this thing in the chat.
Odeon might want to hear, sure. Or my friend George, he might want to hear.
This is my new phone, which is 4.7, I think, or 4.8 millimeters thick.
That's your phone? That looks ginormous.
Oh, it's only this size.
Oh,
It
still,
fits- It's no big. It's not a centimeter thick. When it's completely closed, it's not a centimeter thick, and it also opens out. It's
It has one continuous screen on the inside.
oh, that's
it's-
rad.
yeah. It's all full HDR screen and all the rest of it, and yeah, really nice wee phone. It's still stuck on Android 13. Unfortunately, the 14 doesn't come out to the end of the month, apparently. But yeah, no, it's the same size as a normal phone when closed, which is quite nice. But it's a nice wee phone. I used it, and yeah, I like it.
It's
Odie and
now
Mike find it.
over a centimeter.
Now it is.
Yeah, I
But
bet.
considering what I fucking paid for the phone, I'm putting a case on it. Okay, put the
Yeah,
fucking
you
case.
think? Yeah.
Yeah, put the fucking case on it. In all honesty, this is my second one. They sent me out one, and with the 13 days, I got a 2-week free exchange, 14 days free exchange, no problems, no nothing. And within 13 days, there was a big black line appeared right down the middle of the screen, and I was like,
It
"This
sounds
is
like a
fucked."
connection problem.
Because it does. No, it was dead pixels. The pixels in the actual
But I mean,
screen.
it sounds like a connection problem, like the ribbon failed or something.
Something like that or whatever. And I sent it away to them, and I said to them, like, busted phone, give me the free exchange. Sent the phone away, and they took like 2 weeks to send me the phone back because they lost it in the factory. But yeah, no, they give me this one. It's good, and I've had no issues with this one. Great sound, dual speakers, and all the rest of it.
I can't believe they managed to make a screen that flexible without a black line down the middle. That's flipping amazing.
I will admit now, I've had this phone now for guts of a month. And this last maybe week or so, I don't want to say I'm noticing the crease, but if you hold it up, when you have it completely flat open, it opens to 180 degrees, 178 degrees, I think, right? And for the first month, you could not see the crease. I am starting to see the crease at certain points of light, but that's expected. It's a foldable phone. You're never going to not, at this time and age, get a not, noticeable phone. Like, you can feel it ever so slightly in your finger now because it's
I
got that
actually
wee.
saw it. The light hit it just right, and you actually showed the fold. You did, whether you realized it or not.
Yeah, you
You're
can
not going to do
sort
it again on purpose, but it did show up.
I did have
Here,
it.
I'll go back and I'll find a timestamp where it showed up. I saw it
There's
happen.
the, I don't know. Yeah, but you can see it now, on a complete black screen. You don't see it when you're watching movies. But what it does is it gives you the illusion that it's not fully open. It looks like it's at about 170 or 160 degrees, even though when you set it on the table, it's completely fully open because of that wee thing. But what are you going to do?
Well, I think humans don't realize how good their eyes are in perspective and things like that. Like when I'll train people to use a wood lathe, and I'll use that experience to show them how accurate the human eye is. I'll give them a pencil after they've turned it round and put some dents and some high marks, some high places and some low places in the spindle that they created, right? And then I'll say, well, don't make them real deep. Try to keep them real close to the same, but make lots of different heights and depths, right? And then I'll take a micrometer and measure it, which is doubling it because you're measuring it twice, right? So you're doubling it actually. And the human eye can easily see 1 or 2 thousandths of an inch. Easily see that difference.
I can't understand what that is. You're talking talk millimeters.
Oh, in millimeters, I think it's like point oh. Let's see, in millimeters, what would 1,000th of an inch be? Help me out, George.
0.25 probably.
Oh no.
Well, an
No,
inch is 25
that's
mil.
huge.
An inch is 25 mil. So divide
Yeah.
25 mil by 1,000, and you get 0.025.
All right, with the math,
No,
you people.
no.
Killing me
You got
here.
not enough knots.
But it's 2.5. So 1 decimal place, 2 decimal places, 3 decimal places puts a 0 there. So 0.025.
I'm gonna say yes, because I have no idea.
1/27th. I know that's right. Yeah.
Well, if we're taking an inch as 25 mil,
And
but
then
it's
a
actually
thousandth.
25. It's
A
25 point.
thousandth of an inch. 1,000 divided by 27. That's more than 1 decimal point. That's more than 1 0 after the decimal point. It's got to
Right.
be. It's got to be like 2 of
Okay,
them.
right.
Jeez.
Well, if we take 1 inch equals 25 mil.
Sorry, 25 mil, right?
So we divide 1 inch by 1,000. To do the same on the other side, we have 25 over 1,000.
Yeah, 1/25th of 1,000, which is
No.
200, which
20
is 250.
To divide anything by 1,000,
25.
100, or 10, you just move the decimal place. 3 zeros, you move 3 decimal places.
Right, 1,000 is 3 decimal places. Yeah.
Yeah, so 25.0. Decimal place goes to 2.5, 0.25, and there's your third one, so it's 0.25. I love Megadirk. Megadirk agrees with me. Literally open a calendar and divide 25 by 1,000.
Yeah, Harple said, yeah, okay, we have consensus now. I'm just going to accept that I've always been bad at math, and now is no exception.
Yeah. Math, I don't want to say.
0.025. No, that makes sense. 0.025 makes sense. Absolutely, it does.
Yeah.
Somehow my brain was thinking, even though you said 0.02, not 0.025, even though you did say that, I was thinking not 0.25, and I'm thinking that's only a quarter. That's wrong.
That's
It's
probably
much
the way
smaller than
I
that.
said it, because I said 0.025 instead of 0.025.
That's
Again,
probably what screwed my brain. Yeah, you didn't.
We didn't
include
need.
the
Why would you
absence
say
of
the 0? You don't
Yes,
need to
I
say
know
the
it's the same thing, but I'm used to saying it that way.
I'm just saying, again, with the saying less, who needs to say the 0 point? You just go point.
Okay, so what I'm saying is the human eye can pick out 0.050 millimeter easily. We can see that super easy. Our eyes are so good.
There is certain people that can do that and stuff. Yes. Can you mute Marty while she's moving around in the background?
In fact, I don't know anyone who can't do that, really.
No, there is no.
You wouldn't think your eyeballs are that good, but they really are.
Okay, well, here's an exact point of here's an anecdotal thing.
Sorry.
Me and Richard, the situation at work, we make bespoke things, so we have everything at a specific measurement. Now, our place does use millimeters and inches, which is really fucking annoying. On the same drawing, there will be millimeters and inches, to the point where there's a bar that is. Doesn't matter.
I'm just saying hello to people. Go ahead.
There was a load of bushings come in the other day from work. You know what I mean by a bushing?
Yeah, I know what a bushing is. A bushing is anything to bear the difference between two other objects.
Most things are different measurements of cylinders with holes in them. They're all cylinders with holes in them, simple wee things. And there was a delivery that came in, and I noticed, I looked at them, as you say, you can notice the difference. And I've been there for a while, and this is the bushings that I work on with the trailers. And I was like, they're not right. And I was like, no, they'll be fine, they'll be fine. I was like, no, they're not right. They don't feel right in my hand. Muscle memory? They don't feel right in my hand. And I went through the store, and I could not find, as you would call a micrometer, or we would call a vernier,
Vermeer.
To measure.
Vermeer's a brand, right? But yeah.
Well, that's what we call them all,
You
and I
also
had
call a backhoe a JCB.
Yeah, and a Hoover is a Hoover, not a vacuum cleaner and stuff
It's not a
like that.
vacuum, it's a Hoover. Yeah, gotcha.
Yeah, we call them Thunderbolts. That's actually a brand. That thing that you call it, that's not the name that we
Not
use over here.
surprised that that's another brand, right?
That's just a brand that we use, right? But they didn't feel right. And I went through the whole store and could not find. We used to have a QC expert, a boy that would quality control everything come in.
Sure.
He left. So we don't have anyone now except us in the store to do it. And we generally take it as grand. But he took his fucking micrometer with him. I went through the door. So I eventually went and got one from the cutting shop, where the boys in the cutting shop use them. And I wouldn't use any that I found on the tanker line or any of the boys that offered, because I know the one in the cutting shop is quite expensive. I think it's £140 or 150 quid or something.
Yeah.
And I went over then to the head of purchasing and I said this to him, and I ordered one at 260 quid, the exact same one that they use in the drawing office to measure things out for doing the drawings and stuff. So that arrived today, which is a nice wee touch. Oh no, I have a digital one. We micrometer. You've loads.
Those are my inside micrometers.
Yeah.
Oh, this is what I just accidentally have near my stream.
I was just thinking that. You did not leave this
collection.
Yeah. You're very much like
what I just happen to have right here.
Well, this isn't your living room, but I could probably grab 90% of my tools within like that art. I use the living room as a workshop to stool and
well, I live in a workshop.
Thank you. Like, there's just random pieces of PVC here,
That's okay. I live in a kennel.
You didn't see my picture on Twitter because you don't do Twitter, Stu or Marty. But with the new TV coming, I went through the whole house and found all of the speakers that I have in the house to set up, a nice new surround sound system with it. I've got 4,000 watt 3-way speakers. I've got 4 Philips tweeter speakers that come from an actual surround sound set. And then I've got a 500 watt bass and I think a 100 watt bass. So that's what I've got as a starting point to make a surround sound system. I think the neighbors may hate me, but we're going to go for it anyway.
I love your neighbors.
Are you coming over, or are you going to just hide in the corner?
I need to move those sides.
Come over and hide the PVC in the corner.
Called?
What glasses?
Made you go back.
Oh, the Chronovision.
The Chronovision.
Chronovision, yes. Has anybody here watched Ancient Aliens purely for the entertainment value and not the actual knowledge?
I can't take that guy seriously with his hair. You're on TV, dude. Do something with the hair. I'm just saying.
Yeah, but you watch, like I would have watched these sort of things as an entertainment value.
Yeah, I know. I'm familiar. Yeah.
Yeah, well produced, nice to look at, and all the rest of it. I'm not affiliated with this person in any way possible, but Mr. Mythos, Mythos.
I've heard of him.
Right, he's got like nearly 1 million subscribers, big channel and stuff, right? But I watch it for the same reasons I would have watched Ancient Aliens. He does things that are based in reality, but a wee bit out there. You may agree with some of them, Richard. There was 1 or 2 that I watched that I thought you would quite enjoy. The Book of Enoch, and they went into that about a guy that used to communicate with him. He used to be the helper to Queen Victoria, doctor to Queen Victoria. He actually did travel all over Europe, and yeah, can't remember his name, but Mr. Mythos. So I'm watching it today, and there's a book that's released by a priest who knew a priest who built a time-traveling TV so they could look back in the past. Now, don't get me wrong. This guy actually had degrees in physics and stuff and all, and became a priest. And apparently he had a look in Rome and took a picture of Jesus on the cross and stuff and all that. But it's well produced. It's entertaining. It's fun to watch.
But can't you put on any TV and see stuff from the past? Can you just do that?
No. The idea of this is you watch it like a live production. You know.
Oh, I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure that's called the History Channel. If I'm not mistaken.
Okay, so fundamental problems I'm having with the concept. Where's the ancient camera and why doesn't anybody see it?
The camera, no. That's the thing, right? The camera is just, you're not actually using a camera. His premise was something very similar in an analogy, right? But you know the way gravitational waves are. Gravitational waves are proven, they happen. Something happens 20 million years ago over the other side of the universe, it propagates through space and time. Everything creates a wave.
Everything that's ever reflected a singular photon, that photon is still carrying that. I mean, I get the idea, but
Oh, there was a tuner and all, man. There's a picture. The
yeah,
thing's like
that's a hell of a tuner. Yeah.
it was like a. Oh, did you not know this was 1950? So think of the TVs and
Okay.
they're using old-fashioned tuners and TVs.
I need to do an
All right.
intro because I'm looking at this screen. So if I do this, the YouTube
You have a
people can't see
torches
it.
ahead. Yeah.
You are so fucking shit at this.
You better.
Yeah, now I'm better. Yeah. So a quick question, Richard.
Hope so.
You'll be aware that about a week ago,
He's totally aware of a week ago. Yeah, he was there.
you understand how I enjoy it. Hi, Marty. I see you now.
Hello.
You met Marty before.
Yes,
Okay.
I've got memories. I don't know what a Marty is, but I have met Marty. Richard, Northern Lights,
Yeah.
the Aurora Borealis things. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So there was a big event like last week.
That's correct.
Did you get to see any of it? Question.
I
Yeah.
did not even trouble myself to look because I don't find that interesting. I was much more interested in Noah's reports and the visuals coming off the sun. That's interesting to me.
The sun thing was very interesting. Yeah.
Well, that's one in the same. That's one in the same event. It's
Yeah,
just
I
that
know.
it takes about
The
3
coronal
days
ejection.
for the. Takes about 3 days from the electricity to go from the upper stratosphere into northern lights.
I didn't get to see it. It was too cloudy here.
Question. As you said earlier, Richard, we haven't streamed together in possibly a year, and there was a discussion back at that stage. I'm out of the camera now. It's all about you. About a meteorite. I can't remember.
Portugal.
Shut up.
Was it
Go
Portugal?
back over and sit over there. So there was a meteorite that was possibly
K-12
the
pan stars.
Pardon?
K-12 pan stars.
Sounding familiar. How is it progressing? Have you dismissed that?
It has now missed its target completely. It never did split into 6 parts. It's not the one I'm looking for.
Okay, that's good. That's grand. You made a prediction. It didn't happen. Not happy now.
People like to remember things like that, but that's not actually what happened. What I said is it's on the right path.
Yeah.
It's from the right direction. It's not only on the right path, it's also from the right direction. If it splits into 6 parts, I believe it's the start of it. But it never did split into 6 parts.
No. I didn't mean to be derogatory and say this boy told us all it was happening or anything like that. You know, I'm not. No. You had a
I just have
meteorite.
to be careful because of what I'm saying. You understand? It's not you.
Oh yes. No, you had a candidate for your hypothesis.
Yeah,
the
I was
candidate.
excited about it. I was really excited.
Yes. No. That's
But-
fine. That's fine.
Not the right one.
No, didn't turn out to be the right one. That's fine. That's grand. We can always hold out with hope.
I mean, the likelihood of something coming on exactly that azimuth or something very, very close to that azimuth is literally the likelihood out of all possible directions. So it's a really small likelihood, you know? But that
Well,
doesn't mean it can't happen again, and it doesn't mean it was the right one.
Well, if you look up the statistics for what's the chances of a supernova happening, it's massive. But if you point your fucking satellite in the right direction, you'll see maybe 5 a month. The universe is huge.
Yeah. True story.
You know, 1 in 1,000 chance, and there's 60 billion planets. There's another one that came in was a Wamo Wamo or whatever you call it. You know,
A what?
it came in. Wamo Wamo, the big long one that everyone thought was. I can't say the word. It's a Hawaiian word.
Oumuamua.
Hawaiian? Is it Hawaiian? Richard, do you have the
Well, yes,
correct,
they gave it a Hawaiian name
you
because
have the
it was
correct pronunciation, Richard?
what?
Wamo Wamo.
Do you have the correct pronunciation for this word?
Oumuamua.
Oumuamua.
Yeah, it's because they verified it with the telescope in Hawaii.
Do you want to hear an anecdotal thing that could have been in another multiverse one? The people who ended up studying that were based in the long term, were based in Belfast. They did a long study of it in the same university that I went to did my physics degree in, and they're all the same age as me. So that would have been, I was hoping to do, that's why I went to Queen's.
That's where you might have ended up, yeah.
There's a multiverse where I would have went and looked at it, but I went, no, Wama Wama, wow. Yeah.
It's a wonder my brain could even pull that out. I'm kind of amazed that it even worked that well. Usually if someone makes a suggestion that's wrong, I get stuck on that.
Like saying colloquial. Say colloquial.
Colloquial.
Fuck off, okay.
Am I the only person who can speak tonight?
No, but I'm proving a point. If you hear the word spoken incorrectly, very close to what it's
really
supposed
hard.
to be, it's very hard to then remember the proper pronunciation of it. Have you too much red wine? Nerdy's asking about red wine.
Nerdy can fuck off. I can't see the charts and I can't read it. It's
Okay.
too far away. Richard, my eyes are really bad, so I can't read the chart things.
I bet you everybody wants to hear about the
So
story of red
I
wine.
have to rely on my carer to tell me what
Right.
people are saying.
Curers get paid.
Oh, fuck you.
Oh, hold on. No, it's grand. It's past 12 o'clock. They don't know what we're getting. Oof. Yeah, exactly. Okay. Sorry, private joke.
Don't share the
He's
secret.
poor.
Don't
Fine.
share the secret.
No, I want to tell everybody about the red wine.
No, don't do the red wine. No. I'm the person who doesn't. Marty.
He pissed out the top stairs window he was at drunk.
Yeah.
Marty.
Huh.
You can hear me, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, I have met you before.
Just the once.
Can't remember anything about it because sometimes I forget things.
Did you have red wine?
Okay, you're a cunt. Right, I'm going to preempt Richard. I'm going to preempt this
Richard,
story.
that sounds sexual. Richard, don't bend over and look for the soap.
I'm going to preempt this because he's going to lie. I did a bad thing and drank a thing that I hadn't drank for a long time. And I maybe got a little bit too drunk.
That's shocking.
No. Stu gets drunk. No, I don't mind Stu getting drunk.
I kind of like Richard now.
Right? It's the type of drunk, Richard.
I think this is probably the first time this has ever happened to any human in all of history, and it's particular and interesting and probably weirder than anything before. Sure, go ahead.
It's not weird or anything like that, but the man's usually a lovable drunk, has a bit of crack with you, laughs and jokes, and sometimes tries to stand up to go to the toilet and falls over, and we all have a giggle. No?
Sure.
Don't give him red wine because he will literally square up to you 3 or 4 times in a night and fucking come on, man. You know, he's an angry, violent drunk on red wine.
Is that
Also-
true? You get a little bit perturbed?
Perturbed, nice word,
Yeah.
but no.
No.
Ask the
not
people
perturbed.
inside chat. They know me. They love me. I do not get perturbed or angry.
You're just repeating the word back to him to act smart. What does perturb mean?
It means not angry, but worrying about a certain thing.
No, it means a disturbance in a material.
I haven't got a dictionary in front of me. Perturbed to
You need a
me
thesaurus.
would mean slightly worrying about a certain topic.
He didn't worry about anything.
but not angry. Anyway,
He
I'm
was
gonna
a
turn off all the cameras because he's lying. I'm a good boy.
He was bad.
I'm sure none of this happened, and the sober guy, his story is totally wrong. I get it.
4 o'clock in the morning, I had to go and wake Red and ask her to come down and sit in between me and him because I was like, if he squares up to me one more time, I may actually take him up with the offer now.
Okay, sounds untrue to me. Marty, do you believe any of this bullshit? I think not.
I have no idea what the theory is.
You've got to
here's
agree
my
with
theory.
me. How it
Milk.
works.
A very stable milking stool. Here's my theory on it because this has been my experience.
You got the full name.
The full
have-
name. Yeah, with
I
the
have
A.
not been drunk or
That's
high.
not been for a long time. I'm really used to being.
He's talking to you.
I know.
Show him some
Shush,
respect.
shush.
No, don't hand the
I'll
shirt.
wait. I'll wait. Go ahead.
Shush.
See, you're too nice.
I am very nice.
I literally don't want to listen to you.
Richard, can I just take like 10 seconds? I'll get
Oh,
back to
La
you. in
la
10
la
seconds.
la la la. I'm 4. La 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 la.
Who?
I'm listening.
Oh, I don't know what was going on. I just heard no noise all of a sudden.
I don't want to see it. It's not that time of day. Richard's not into it.
Okay, so here's my reality, my observations about life, Stool.
Mm-hmm. Go.
I've noticed people get high. I don't get high. I've noticed people get drunk. I don't get drunk. I don't drink. Okay.
It seems like.
But you do. There's context. You have been before.
Oh yes. Yeah. I
So
know
you
what those things
understand.
mean.
Just to give context, you understand what it's like to be drunk. Maybe not
Sure,
high.
sure.
Or, yeah.
No, I mean, I've been high, but I didn't like it at all. But that's another story.
Yeah.
Okay. So friends of mine will say, I was not drunk. Meanwhile, I had nothing to drink, and I know they were drunk.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is, and people, oh, I'm not that high. And I'm going, compared to what? Compared to me, you're extremely high. And I can tell because you sound like you're high and you look like you're high. You look like you're thinking like you're high. So here's what I'm suggesting. A person's default position when their brain is altered, their default position should be adopt someone else's brain's default position.
I had a guy one time where there was 4 of them, and I don't take synthetic drugs. I've never taken synthetic drugs. I've never taken cocaine or ecstasy or MDMA or anything like that. I've hung around with people that have, and I have tried mushrooms once and they didn't work. But there was one stage, one night, where I had 3 friends passed out up the stairs on one bed that all just passed out on the sofa, and the only other person who had taken ecstasy and coke was in the kitchen with me, talking at 1,000,000 miles an hour, chewing the fucking jaw of themselves, going, didn't even affect me. Look at them sleep. You know?
Yeah, blah, 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 blah. Oh, it had no effect whatsoever. I can just tell you how much it didn't have any effect at all. I'll just keep going on about how it had no effect.
Yeah, and chewing your jaw at that speed. Now, I was drunk, don't get me wrong, but it was like, no bad, dude. Dead on. Have a good time. So I understand.
I had a girlfriend that liked to get high and think she was a philosopher, but she only thought she was a philosopher while she was high.
Everybody thinks they're a philosopher while they're high. You have those odd conversations, and then you later on, you're like, I don't remember what we were talking about. And, just all of a sudden you have all the
That's
answers
exactly
to
it.
Yeah,
Marty,
do
that's
believe
perfect.
in
That's
the
exactly what she would do.
Yeah.
You know, I threatened her. I said one time, I said, look, I don't get high, and you do, and you want to philosophize to me while you're high instead of just being high and enjoying it. Just be high and enjoy it, first of all, right? But I tell you what I'm going to do. You do that to me one more time and make me listen to this bullshit that you're spewing while you're high. I'm going to start recording it. I'm going to play it back to you.
Did she talk Deepak Chakra or whatever you call him?
Yeah, Deepak Chakra. Yeah, devaccinated Pakra chakras. Yeah, absolutely.
No. There's that guy that made the whole fucking.
Yeah,
You know
He speaks in deepities. In other words, word salads that don't have any real meaning but sound impressive. Yeah, Deepak Chopra.
Chopra.
That guy.
Oh, does he
Not
suck?
chocolate. Chopra. Thank you, Richard.
Yeah, don't go listen to him. He's just an idiot. Oh,
Oh.
that's not true. Don't go listen to him. He was obviously trying to take advantage of less intelligent people.
He's a great
Do you know
guy.
why Richard changed that? Because people would look at Richard and say, "Don't listen to that man talking about Christ. He's an idiot." But Richard isn't trying to rip people off.
I don't think anyone's actually an idiot, so I had to fix it.
What are you pointing at Marty being really, really bright?
No, Marty's cool. Even though I can't remember
Marty
who
looks like
Marty is.
She looks like an actual
And she
angel.
never
right
fucking
now.
speaks.
She's glowing. Look, she's either pregnant, an angel, or someone set fire to her skin.
Oh,
I am.
are you
trying to
pregnant
work
with
on
the
my-
angels?
I am trying to
Make the three
work
people.
on my book,
You're not in charge. Richard's in charge.
my
Oh,
second book published.
Sorry, Marty, I didn't hear any of that because the 27-year-old dyslexic man wouldn't shut up. Could you please repeat that, please?
You didn't miss much. I said I'm trying to get my second book published.
Please, if anyone can
she's
post the
trying
link.
to get her
No,
second
no,
book published.
I earmarked it on Amazon earlier because I stole it from Richard's link. Earmarked it. I'll try and get it.
You want me to pull it up again, Robbie, or
If it
you
will be quicker for you, yes, please put your link in the chat. Always self-promote. How the fuck else, or who the fuck else can you rely on? You know?
Nobody. This is the key for my favorite song.
Oh, speaking about not relying on other, hey guys, if you would please tickle the algorithm.
Not
Yeah,
on my
yeah.
channel. Not on my channel. Everybody in my channel, go to Richard's channel and tickle his little algorithm.
I'm tickling Richard's algorithm now.
No, not.
That
Is it
won't
Tuesday?
work. That's not how you do it.
That's how he does it on the Tuesday. The poor
Well,
dog.
he might do it for himself on a Tuesday that way, but I meant, hit the like, share the show,
The
Today's
poor dog's
Monday.
bow-legged. The dog is bow-legged. It's awful.
that kind of.
In saying that, Richard, the dog is still going. Pot
Okay.
is still alive. He turned 20 in April, just passed, like 20 human years.
We need
That's
to-
crazy. The dog's like
Right.
105.
He does have problems with his back legs. His back legs are starting to go out like that. And if he jumps down off a seat with enthusiasm, he usually hits the ground and slides because it's a wooden floor. You can take him for a walk for maybe 2 kilometers and he'll have the energy to try and go more. When Amber was over, we took him for a walk. We went out to check because Amber was cycling back to get the train. So Amber was cycling from where she was. She
Is
took
this still the dog or me?
the dog.
Okay.
So
Okay, nerdy, if you want to be this silly, I'll actually answer it. You look for the screen that has my symbol in the lower left-hand corner. That's how you know which channel you're on.
yeah,
there you
mine's
go.
got the chat scrolling and a little spaceship.
Really?
But anyway, we went for a walk along the same towpath, which is like a little lovely scenic route beside the canal that Amber was going to use to cycle back to Portadown so she could get the train to go to the boat to get back. Like she took her bike from where she lives over here, and only took what transport was necessary and cycled. But we had a massive storm just before she left. So we went to check the towpath a day or so before to see if it was flooded. And the poor dog, there's a boy on a bike going past, and I got Pot, and I was like, stay. So he stayed, and then the bike gets a little bit further on, and you can say go or let him go, and the dog will go and do his wee sniffy thing. But this particular incident, he took off. Now I say took off. He took off after the bike, doing his I'm fucking 20, right? And it was just I burst into stitches laughing. I was like, Pot, just give up now. Just give up now and come back. You can't catch him. Come on, come back. No, he tried. He tried. He got to about maybe 30 meters, and then it was just like, this head smells lovely. It's going to smell that head. It's like, yeah. Any more than 2-3 kilometers now, which is grand, He starts to get the back legs start to go. And he's old, but he's got enthusiasm, and he's really docile with the snakes.
And we're still talking about the dog. Not
No, I'm going to move on to the snakes. He's quite docile with the snakes. He was sleeping here the other night, and I put one of the pythons on top of him, climbed over the top of him. He didn't wake up. I was like, right, that's okay. Maybe a bit abusive to the sleeping dog. So he's awake, and like I free roam the snakes. I usually have the kid. They climb around, and Stu lost one of them the other night. I had to take the Stanley blade, like I'm cutting off. I had to take the Stanley blade to the bottom of the sofa because he wasn't watching the snake and may have escaped in the room, but he doesn't care. He literally just walks past them. Yeah, what are you? Moves on. He's fucking great, wee dog. Like. Oh, is Harple Blues close to you?
Yeah, we see each other as physical humans. Yeah.
Brilliant. I'm also slightly jealous.
He's been a long-term arguing partner of mine, and he helps to sharpen me, and in that I really appreciate. He will argue against me on anything.
And you don't shout at him like you did at me. That's a joke.
That's two different things.
I'm joking.
No,
Does
I'm sure I
Harple-
got really testy with you more than once. I'm sure of that.
Of course, I pushed you to that point. What else am I here for now? Does Harple join streams?
Okay, his actual name's George, and I and it doesn't matter because everything else. But anyway, yeah, George and I will sit and smoke on the plaza and argue with each other. But he'll make arguments like, "How do you know cows don't pray?"
Oh, I already love George, and George is actually a family name. My brother has a middle name of George. My grandfather was named George. My mother's middle name is Georgina. My uncle is named George. George is a family name.
Really,
so-
a family name, no joke.
Oh no, my grandfather put George or Georgina in every one of his 6 kids.
I see that.
Yeah. And then my mother, whenever she had my brother, he got both the grandfathers as his middle name. I was the first. So lucky for me, I got my dad's name, which is Mervyn, which is fucking awful. But yay! But yeah, my brother got the 2 middle names, and he got George.
I don't know. Mervin's pretty much George.
No, it's not. No.
No?
Sorry, no. In my head, you say George, I think my mother's line. You say Mervyn, I think my father's line. And people didn't, like a guy, not
Mervin's
6
a right
weeks.
proper name. What's wrong with Mervyn?
Merv the perv, leave it alone.
Oh, yeah, I didn't see that coming, actually.
No, but that's just one reason. It's not even that. It's more of a lineage thing. Like, I've worked with my father at work for maybe 3 years. And there was a guy less than 2 months ago did not know that me and my dad were related because we do not act the same. We don't work the same. We don't have the same work ethic. We're not.
Apparently don't look that much alike either.
No, he gave me the forehead and the sweat. And I think there's a bad knee coming in, which I fucked him off for. I was like, great, you can't walk down the stairs and I've got a bad right knee. But yeah, no. Not to disregard my father. He was there for for the first 10 years, 11 years of my life. But I'm a Scot. I'm my mother's line. My stepfather, I refer to as my father at work, which is probably why this guy didn't. Like when I say, oh, me and my dad went out and did this thing, I'm talking Tommy. I refer to Thomas as my father more at work than I do with my father. And when I'm talking over the radio to communicate with him, I use his first name. It's natural for me now to say Robbie from Mervyn rather than Dad, you there? It's yeah. I don't want to disrespect him in any way. I wouldn't be here without him, like. But no, I'm my mother's son. I'm a Scot. Now you've made me self-conscious and talking too much
Why?
because you went quiet and did that funny look.
I was
It's
thinking
called
about what
listening.
you were just saying.
It's called listening.
I don't know. You respect the people who were a father to you, not who sired you. That's just my
Right.
opinion.
Yeah, I kind of had neither one.
I put brake pads and discs, as we discussed earlier, or passing mentioned earlier, Richard. That happened because I had to recently put brake pads and discs in my car. My brake caliber on the passenger front locked up one day leaving my daughter home. I had to stop at a petrol station and say to the man behind the counter, this may be a really weird question. I know you don't know me, but do you have a hammer? And he was like,
What?
what?
To break off the rest of the bearing surface? Is that what you mean by
No. The brake caliber had locked on. So I just wanted to hit it with a hammer to free it open so I could get
Oh, I thought you meant you collapsed the disc.
No,
Like
no,
you
no. The
wore
brake,
through the disc and collapsed
no.
it.
I'd freed the brake caliber and it had started to stick for the last 2 or 3 days and it locked on when I was leaving the
Okay.
daughter home. So I drove home. Like she was like, Daddy, why is the car shaking? It's fine, honey. Dropping you off in about 10 minutes. Dropped her off. Went up to the next petrol station. Called in and was like, hi, do you have a hammer?
It's wonder you didn't catch it on fire.
Oh, the disc was red. Like when
I'm thinking.
Yeah, right. When we eventually, I freed it up. He didn't have a hammer, but he had an old-fashioned shovel with a real wooden handle. So I whacked it with that. Got home and left the car at home. And then the next day after work, drove the car to my mum's. And then I'd already ordered. I knew it was getting bad, so I'd ordered the parts. So I went to my mum's, changed the brake pads, put new discs on. The brake pad on the left-hand side was red. The entire outside of it was red. My stepdad was like, yeah, you're lucky that didn't, as you say, catch fire. That was fucking roasting, right? So I put the brake pads in. Me and my stepdad do them. He does the passenger side. I did the driver side because he took that fucking long. Like he took the entire caliber and the bit off. He took the bolts out and went and dipped them in great. It was like, oh my God, it took ages. So I was like, I'm doing the next one. You just fucking sit there. You had the chat, talked, and
Wait. What did he do wrong?
He didn't do anything wrong, but he explains each step to me like I've never done it with him before.
Oh, that's annoying.
Right? So, like, we need to take these bolts out and grease them. I know, just fucking do it. You don't need to tell me the reasoning, I don't mind. I enjoy spending time with my stepfather. Don't get me wrong. He's particular. He always does it correct. We did the driver's side, do the whole lot, get it all, bleed the brakes, and I drive off. And the next morning I'm going to work and there's a wee bit of noise. And I'm like, it's just because they're bedding in. The brake pads, they're making a wee scrape. They're bedding in. That's fine. Way home from work, they're still making noise. Second day to work, it gets worse. I'm like,
wait, I have a guess.
No. Go on ahead. Okay, go.
The little noisemaker that's supposed to be an indicator that it's getting worn out is bent down and rubbing when it's not supposed to.
Worse than that.
No.
Right?
Damn.
So on the second day on the way home from work, I go to the petrol station to put diesel in the car. Go in, I pay for my diesel, I'm walking out. It's a lovely shiny day, sun shining day, sun splitting the trees, and the driver's disc is glistening. I can see it catching the light. So I go down and look at it, and it's scraped. That's what the noise is. The brake pad is scraping the fuck out of the disc. Like there's not big grooves in it, but there's fucking grooves in it. I'm like,
me the pad's in backwards?
That's what it did. I put the pad in backwards.
Dick.
Oh, jeez.
So I drove straight to my Maz, and I pulled into the drive, and I'm halfway up the drive, and I wind down the window, and I was like, Tommy, get the fucking jack. We need to change this. And he was like, why, what did you do? Don't. It took me longer to get him to stop laughing at me than it did to flip the brake throttle. He's like, Robbie,
it's funny that on that model they're reversible, that you could put one in backwards.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times you can't.
Yeah, the metal plate that's supposed to be on the outside was on the inside.
Yeah, I got it. I figured that out, yeah.
Yeah. Like he even knew what had happened after I told him, and he leant over at one stage. He's like, did you know that your car sounded like your exhaust was rubbing on the ground when you come in? I was like, yes, that's why I'm fucking on the ground. Like he just ripped the dick out of me. He was like, so I'm 65 and you're 40 and we've been changing brakes for maybe 60 or 70 years between us. Have you ever heard of that happening, Robbie? No. Have you? No,
never heard of
no.
that.
Less than a week, the disc was smooth again. It had worn back down, just little grooves. But I felt like a fucking plonker. Like I'm changing brake pads in cars 20 years, and I've never done that.
Right.
It's just a very, very, very stupid mistake to make.
I had a bad one actually on disc disc and caliper and drum. Okay, so I've got this older woman's truck that I've been driving. The whole time I've been driving it, when you get to the end of the braking, when you get the end of the area where you're braking and you're really getting slow, it's like this. Well, I know what that means. You've got too much wear, not enough wear. Unequal.
We would call it a warp brake disc or a warp brake pad.
Right. That's a fine way of saying it. Okay. So you get uneven braking because of uneven brake wear and uneven something. Okay. So I have them all turned, right? So I order the parts ahead of time at the store. I check with the store people. I say, can I take it apart in the parking lot? They're like, no problem. What time do you open? What's your best day? What's your slowest day? My best chance, because it's first come, first serve.
Yeah.
So you just want to get there early, tear it apart, have all 4 of the pieces to be turned in your hand, bring them in the store, get them turned as quick as you hope they get done in one day, and put your truck back together and get the hell out of there. Right. So I go there early. It's like the store's not even open yet. I'm tearing everything apart. Right.
Getting started, getting ready.
Yeah, I'm getting ready. I'm getting the calipers and the drums off. Right. I'm not the calipers. The disc and drum off. Right. So I can get them turned. Because as far as I know, she'd never had them turned. So there's probably plenty of metal there, no problem. Right. So I got it about half torn out. I got the front completely torn out. I got 1 and about a quarter of the back tore out. Okay. Which it's been a while, and it's obvious it's been a while since this machine's been apart. It was hard to get it apart.
Mm-hmm.
Like not easy. Like I got to clean dirt and rocks out of the screw hole so I can thread a bolt in to get the back end loose. That kind of, it's really in there. Okay.
Yeah.
Probably never been done in the life of the vehicle. Okay. So, and it's a 2009. So there you go. I got it 3/4-ish, 80% apart, something like that. This guy pulls up and says, "You're parked in my spot." And I'm like, that was my first thought. How could I be parked in your spot?
Yeah. Does he work there? Yeah.
Employee parking's over there, right? Away from me. I'm parked on the side of the building on the only close to level spot on the lot. I have a choice where I can park while I do this. So I'm on jack stands. I can't have a 5-degree angle. That's not out. Yeah. He goes,
he's a big redneck in the pub that says you're sitting in my seat. Yeah.
No. It turns out the back half of the building is a separate shop with no sign.
Right.
And I'm parked in his parking lot unawares.
Well, there's no signs.
Yeah, there's no way to know it's not part of the store that I was actually doing business with. And the people in the store did not tell me. So this guy starts hooting and hollering, saying, you gotta put it back. I got it torn apart. I got nothing fixed. He says, you got to put that back together and move. And I'm thinking, you're out of your flipping mind. If you think I'm going to put this back together to move it 50 feet and take it apart again, you're out of your mind. But I was polite anyway. I said, look, it's obvious you're getting agitated. I want you to know I'm a Christian preacher. That's close enough to true.
It's also if you use that as an opening line, I don't mean to be rude, but interrupting you, but if you use that as an opening line, I don't know what it's like. It's that there's a lot of Christians around in your area and you're like, oh, I'm a Christian, be nice to me. But
yes, that's what I was doing. And this population here is probably 80% Christian. Right.
But that could be seen in two ways. You're a Christian, I'm a Christian, let's be brothers. Or
right, that's
you're using the fact that you're a Christian to just, I don't shout at you, which would
he was getting upset. And I said, look, I'm a Christian preacher. I don't want to fight. I'm not trying to upset you. But what you're asking me, I just didn't know that was the situation. And I'm going to work as hard as I can to adjust to your demands. I'm going to try to meet them as best I can. I just want you to try to like understand my situation right here and just give me a little bit of slack.
You're
And
an
he
awful
goes
nice.
on.
Okay.
And he goes on, oh, I got to move vehicles out of my shop. I got to move 7 vehicles. You're parked in my lot. You're taking up every space which I wasn't. But, you know, all this and on and on and on. He starts yelling at me, right? So I was like, oh, okay, just a minute. I'll be right back. Phone, cops. This dude's getting angry and violent and threatening me. I ain't into this. You know, I don't have to put up with this. So I call the cops. The cops arrive. The guy gets more pissed because I called the cops. And
I can
here's
see the
weirdest part.
antagonization.
No, I just don't want to have to kick this guy's butt. I don't want.
I understand that, but I can
altercation.
see why he's getting agitated.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Just trying to be objective.
And here's the profound weird part. You could predict that since it's almost all Hispanic, and that Hispanic versus white, and I'm just damned obviously white.
So he's
It's two
Hispanic.
different groups. That's how they see it. You're not one of us.
Just to clarify, he's Hispanic or the cops are?
That's the coincidental part. The cops were too.
Okay.
So the cop said, you have to get it together in 45 minutes and get it out of here.
Right.
Which is a reasonable amount of time to put it back together. That's fine. But you ain't getting nothing fixed. You ain't getting them turned in 45 minutes.
It's a hard situation to look at from an outside point of view, you know.
I think I did the whole time. I mean, I can see the guy's point of view. Oh, by the way, I was there the next day to try again, only parked in a different spot.
Yes.
Right. So I'm there the next day. He didn't use anywhere that I was parked. He did not park one vehicle there. He just made the whole thing up.
Some people are like that, you know. It's more of the principle of this being their area and stuff like that. We were doing work in our car park at where I work, and we had to park in the Orange Hall across the road. They give us permission to use their car park. At
That's
this
nice.
point, I was doing the driving up and down to the other factory, and I parked my car in the car park where we've been told to park, and I take my keys in my pocket with me when I go an hour and a half away.
I would think.
Because I don't take them out and leave them. They're just in my pocket.
Yeah.
And it turns out that they've been storing steel in the bottom corner of the car park. And I get a phone call from the forklift man. After I get a call, actually, first of all, from the head of purchasing. He rings and asks where my car keys are. And I'm like, they're in my car. They're in my pocket. And he was like, right, that's no bother. I was just wondering and stuff because we might need to get stuff out of the car park. He was very polite about it and this, that, and the other. Then I get a phone call and my car's being threatened to be lifted with the forklift. Now, you know yourself, Richard, I haven't had great luck with cars in this last 6 months, but at the minute I'm driving a nice Audi A4 with black. I'm driving a nice car. This is about 3 weeks after I bought the car. Right? Now it's got high miles on it, but it's a nice car. And this motherfucker's threatening to lift it with a forklift. I mean, you put that forklift under my car, I will get into the car and drive back up the road with my keys. And I'll fucking beat the shit out of you when I get up there. Like, you know, that's the same as yourself. This is the way I've always taken the stuff out. People move their, I don't give a fuck. This is the way you normally do it. You can fucking do it some other way or whatever. Then I ring my dad. One good thing. I ring my dad and I was like, we'll call him Mr. N. You tell Mr. N if he puts that forklift under the car, I'm going to come up and fucking batter him. So they ended up moving 2 cars beside me who are in the factory and going at an angle instead of just driving straight. And the problem was sorted, and that's all that. You know?
Yeah.
The motherfucker didn't talk to me.
As soon as they found out where you were, they should have taken that option.
Yeah. And to be fair, Mr. N didn't speak to me for like 3 or 4 days. And he needs to come to me for cereal plates for the stuff that he's loading.
What's
He
serial
deliberately
plate?
didn't speak. Oh, we make things, and things need to have a serial plate with a serial number on it
Oh,
for legal.
that kind of cereal. Okay.
Yeah, I make the serial plates, and he's the one that loads them. So if he's loading a trailer or a pump or whatever he's loading, and he notices he doesn't have a serial plate on it because it's been missed, he's to fucking ask me. Like. He asks the manager in the store and gives him the numbers to pass on to me for like 3-4 days. Just won't even talk to me.
That's just like calling something by its brand instead of what it is, because that's a data information plate.
Mm-hmm.
Now it has a serial number on it. That's true.
We call it a serial plate.
But it has more than the serial on it. Doesn't it also have the model?
It'll have the model, the year it was produced.
Okay.
Its tire size, if it requires tires, and then what its load capacity is. But the serial number
doesn't have the factory seal on it. It doesn't have a factory emblem or.
Oh, it does. Yeah. It's got the factory emblem and stuff and all. Yeah.
Okay.
But that's in the plate. The information I have to put on the plate is what I'm saying.
Right.
Every plate is different by serial number, tire size, this, that, and the other.
Sure.
But they legally have to be put on.
Yeah.
But no, for like 3-4 days, he wouldn't speak to me as if, I'm a cunt for taking my own car keys in my fucking pocket.
Well, you obviously are. I don't know what your problem is.
I am. In all honesty, Richard, I can be a bit of a dick at times.
Marty, people are ridiculous. Yeah.
As you say about going somewhere to get work done in the car, we have a place over here called Halford's.
Yeah.
It is like a mainstream, it sells wiper blades, it sells camping gear, it sells brake pads and stuff like that. If you're afraid to go to an auto shop, you go to Halford's. You know what I mean? I think that, if you don't want to go to an actual car parts place because, for talk's sake, you feel bad because you're a woman and you're afraid of them making fun of you or whatever, you can go to Halford's. It's full of young kids that just, they're all the same. People feel more comfortable going to it. It's like a mainstream,
Okay.
And I went in and they have a touch screen in certain departments if the thing is specific to your car, So I go in and I put the registration of the car into their little touch screen. And they also sell bike parts. Yes, they did. We bought a bike for my wee girl out of it. The whole top floor was all bikes. They're very big into their bikes. That's my chat, Richard. Sorry. And I went in, typed the fucking registration in, and it came up, we don't have wiper blades for your car. Now, I'm in a big fucking shopping centre. There's probably 150 of my car out in it's a popular car. There's fucking loads of them, right?
Yeah.
So I go up to the counter and I say to the guy, according to your system, you don't have wiper blades for an Audi A4? Like, there's 150 of them out there in the car park. And he was like, what's your registration? And I was like, well, I just did that. It says you don't have any wiper blades for my car. What's your registration? So I give him the registration. He types it into the same system that I just did over there. And he's like, yeah, we don't have wiper blades for your car.
Well, you do too.
What?
Call them something else. Of course they have the wiper blades.
Of course they have the wiper blades, right? And I was like, I just did that. And he was like, no, give me it. So he typed it in and he goes, no, we don't have wiper blades for your car. And I was like, you definitely do. And he goes, we don't. It must be down to the clips. Because a lot of the boxes will have 5 or 6 different types of clips or whatever.
Yeah.
All this bullshit. Now, this guy's like an old enough guy that you would expect him to have general knowledge. He's not a 16-year-old guy. He's, late 40s, early 50s. And he's like, no, sorry, we don't have any wiper blades for your car. I was like, right. So I walked out and I got to the front door and I was like, lifted my phone. And we have a company over here called Euro Car Parts. They are an auto dealer, but they are a massive auto dealer.
Yeah.
They have an online shop and all that shit. They're really big. So I just went to their website. I put my registration in and I put in the brand of what these boys sell in their shop.
Yeah.
In the filter, and I hit go and I got the code. It was A2988S, whatever it was. That's the code for the box, right? So I walk outside and I tell Red and the wee girl, because my daughter's with me, and I was like, "He's going over to the car. I'll be back in a minute." And my wee girl says to me, "What are you doing, Daddy?" And I goes, "I'm going to do this man's job, honey. Only difference is I'm not getting paid." So they go out to the car and I walk back in and I do this thing in front of the aisle of windscreen wipers that they have. And your man walks over and he was like, "Is there anything I can help you with?" I was like, No. I'm going to do your job for you. It's fine." He did not like
You
that.
actually said that.
I actually said that. He did not like that. I was not passive aggressive. He walked away and he didn't. Found the wipers that I needed, lifted them, walked up to the counter, and it's him and another guy on the counter. And he turned and he walked away, right? So the other young guy served me and he goes, "We do a fitment service for free. Would you like me to fit them?" And I was like, "Well, according to your mate that just walked away, you don't have these. So, no, I'm fine. I'll fit them myself." And he went, "Okay." And I paid for them. And then I went to walk away and he was like, "Do you want your receipt just in case they don't fit?" And I was like, "Yeah, no, give me them. Just in case." And I walked out into the fucking car park. We went and did our day. I didn't even open them because we were in a wee bit of a rush because he'd fucked me about. We were trying to get to the W5. And when I got home, I opened the box. And it's literally a square box on the arm that has a square to push down. And the wiper blade pops out. And the new one that goes in, is down with a wee pop-up thing. It was exactly the wiper blade. It fitted no matter.
Yeah.
They're perfect. It's grand. But
Yeah.
You're a lot nicer than me. I'm an asshole. If you're not going to do your job, I'm going to call you out not doing your job.
Well, we have every right to,
Yeah, in my opinion, it did. Red was laughing. She thought it was hilarious. She even backed me up. She was like, "Yes, he's doing the other man's job, but he's not getting paid." Well, fuck him.
Don't get me
He didn't
started.
lift his phone.
Don't even get me started today going to a hardware store and asking for something specific. Don't even get me started on that. I don't know what happened to service people. People who know what they're doing want too much money. They hire people that don't know what they're doing. I guess that's the deal.
Well, that is what Halfords is. If you're a guy that actually knows what you're talking about or whatever, you go to Fifes. You go to an auto shop. People who don't know what they're talking about go to Halfords.
What happened to the good old days when a man would work really hard and break his body, right? And just destroy his back. And then he'd go work at a hardware store or he'd go advise people at a mechanic shop. He'd still work. He just didn't do the physical work anymore. And you could get good advice. You could get people who knew what they were talking about.
That is very poignant. If anyone out here on this World Wide Web that's watching us, watch the newest Veritasium video. There was a guy who was a skier professionally, Olympics and speed skier. When he retired, he went to work on the ski slopes and checked the safety in all the railings. He was told, "Don't go across this fucking area because it's dangerous." He had to climb up, took too long. He's like, "I'm a fucking pro." So he skied. He caused an avalanche. He nearly fucking died. He then wrote a book on avalanches. But the day when he got trapped by the avalanche, they came and saved him. They took him back and he went and finished his day's work before he went home. He then wrote a book about avalanches and how to this, that, and the other, and the safety aspects and shit on it. He was a man who went and got nearly killed, finished his day's work, and then took what he learned and taught others.
Okay, 2 hours and I'm going to have a cigarette. I
that's
can't
a
smoke indoors.
That's a shame.
All right, guys.
Marty will have to talk. Marty will have to talk to me. Say hello to Harple.
Who?
I should if he's out there.
Yeah, get them to come on stream. I want to hear the background information. So, Marty, which is it? Are you pregnant and
sure he
Angel
doesn't
or
do
your
that.
swimming fan?
It's my other screen. I was working on my book. I was working on the website for my book, and it's stark white, the website. So
I'm very sorry, but at the minute, Stu is in the kitchen listening to Madonna
hey, man.
sing. Oh no, she's very lonely. Apparently, it's Madonna. Stay with me. It's distracting me.
That's not Madonna. That's called Shakespeare's sister.
We can all hear your music. I don't know why he's having a wank in the kitchen.
That it's two chicks, I think, and they're called Shakespeare's sister. That song. That's not a Madonna.
Did you actually hear that, Marty?
No, but when Robbie gave me the demonstration, I knew what.
We did a sing song.
Oh, I'm scared now. Okay.
See you later, John.
Fun fact. The light in the kitchen is broken.
The starter's broken. The lights.
Flickering in the
Hit it.
background.
Just hit it.
So I'm basically having a disco in the kitchen.
Just hit it and it'll fix. I hit it with the scissors earlier and it stopped
Well,
fast.
maybe it needs a new light bulb. Maybe just try changing the light bulb.
No, we're old fashioned. It's a starter. It's like a wee thing, like a 9-volt battery. Spooky will know what I'm talking about if they're still watching.
Can I go back to my music now and my disco?
That's all right. You can take your trousers off again. Just give me a warning.
Marty,
Yeah.
can I go back to my dancing, please? I'm really enjoying the lighting effects in the kitchen.
Sure. Yeah, I haven't been dancing in a minute, so. What?
Really?
I live in the South, Robbie. That's what they say down here.
I didn't say a goddamn thing.
You Tuskegee, I know what you was thinking.
Somebody walked over my grave and I got the shiver. That's all it was.
Someone walked over your grave?
That's a phrase. If you get a shiver up your spine over here, they're like, someone walked over your grave.
Oh, that's weird. I never heard of that. Hi, spooky bed hair.
Oh, you go and look at Richard's fucking chat. You just stay out of my chat. That's fine. That's fine.
You guys have fun. I'm going to the fun kitchen.
Okay, have fun.
Yeah.
Don't
Demonstrating.
Don't
He
forget.
wants to see the crotch. Yeah. Nobody wants to. Oh, there's Fun Stool. See, he stood up too quick. He's missed it off camera. He nearly knocked the wall of snakes over. None of them have woke up the night at all. It's awful. I'm going to go and poke one of them now in a wee minute.
What time is it there?
1:10.
Oh, jeez. Oh, that's why you don't sleep.
It's grand. We only started at 11 o'clock. Now. In saying that, probably 3 hours will be my kicker at the most.
It says 2 hours, 7 minutes, 13 seconds.
I've got 2 hours, 6 minutes, and 17 seconds.
Whoa, we're in a different time zone.
It depends. Are you watching my stream?
No. I don't know. No. No.
Oh, so you're not watching my stream? Oh, no.
I clicked on Richard's link. The link that he emailed me. You didn't send me a link.
No, I didn't. Because
No.
why not? Because we were doing it this way.
I know. So I said I know. That's why you didn't send me a link. So that's why I'm not watching it on yours. I'm watching it on Richard's because it came from Richard's stream. Merlin. I guess you're feeling better. He spent the whole night throwing up last night. I slept for like 20 minutes. He threw up. He had diarrhea. He threw up. Then he started throwing up bile. So I guess he's feeling better since he's acting a fool. Are you feeling better? You're not sleepy? I know Mommy's sleepy. Get off the chair. Mommy's busy. Go. Dumbass.
Thank you, Spooky. Spooky says I sound better over on Richards.
You sound fine here.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with my end. It's probably updates or some shit or something. I haven't streamed in a minute.
Ha ha! See? It's an
Yes, sarcastic in a minute.
indefinite period of time. It fills in a lot of holes. You know, like how dinner's going to be ready. We're in a minute. 20 minutes later, there's dinner. You know?
You said fill a lot of holes. I didn't hear anything after that.
I know you didn't hear anything after I said that. Of course you did. So what's going on with marriage? I thought we were supposed to get married in like March.
Pardon?
I thought you guys were supposed to get married in like March. What's going on with the license?
Takes its time and stuff like that.
No, lame. Was that to me?
It was.
Oh, you texted me?
No, I did that in the private chat. Yeah.
Oh,
I'm much quieter on my channel. Why am I so quiet on my channel? This is. Oh, I bet you I know. Oh. Let me check. Microphone properties. Yeti Classic. No, I'm on the right mic. Yeah. Mic audio is at right now it's at 100%. It was at 95, but
you sound fine. You totally sound fine. I don't know what you're freaking out about.
I don't know. It's probably one of those silly things that I don't fucking stream anymore. I'm too busy living.
Oh, you're living. Livin.
Going live is not. No. Oh, now you're making me feel bad. Jeez, you're gonna make me
Oh, I'm
really.
just messing with you, Robbie. If I was being serious, you'd know it.
Yeah, I know. No, but it's just I don't. There really is. I don't want to talk about the 3 or 4 topics that everybody always just talks about now, but they've all been done to death, you know? And when you get into the weeds and stuff like that, I don't think that the community online is as accepting and as susceptible, oh, that's maybe a bad word, susceptible to open to other ideas and other opinions. I feel that it's become really like polar, you know? And if you have a difference of an opinion on a certain thing, then you just get, you, the people in the community are nice enough, but they'll not ask you to hang out. They'll not do that. You get slowly but surely edged out. If you have certain different opinions, it's not as acceptable as it used to be. And I would rather maintain a small friendship with the people I do enjoy than stream all the time and talk about the same 4 topics which are boring. And you can't say the same things online now that you could before. And oh god, I'm starting to sound like a fucking dickhead right now.
No, you're not. No, you're not.
No, that particular phrase I am. I'm talking about the community. I just don't think it's worth my while. You know, I like to maintain the friendships of true people who I can be myself around and talk to, and talk about different things, talk about interesting things, laugh about what happened in your day. You know, it's more important to me is to like. I lay out the front the other day with a bottle of cider and 2 snakes, and we freaked the neighbours out, and now they won't let their daughter come and hang out with Elena in the fucking house.
Aw.
Well, they go and hang out in their house. Elena being a new friend, they live right up the road, you know, and they can. We live in a wee small area. There's a wee area they can run up and down in their bikes and stuff. My wee girls in their pajamas, his wee girls in their pajamas, and they spent the day up in their backyard and on the trampoline. So the next day, I was like, that's cool. You've been time up in your friend's house. I don't want to be, you know, a sponge or a bastard dad or anything like that. I was like, make sure your room's tidy. You can bring your friend over here. So she went up with her friend, 2 doors. Now this guy's, I'm going to be stereotypical, but this guy's a big brute of a man that you would not want to mess with. He looks like 2 bouncers tied into one, and he's a brr, you know. He won't let her come down because there's snakes. Because my wee girl told them all that we 4 snakes.
Aw.
And Elena came down and was like, no, we need to go play out in the garden of their house because Daddy doesn't want her coming in with the snakes. I was like, that's fine. So we'll just hang out more in the garden with snakes and he can come down and get used to it.
You've still not got no more people.
Well, we haven't opened it up to anybody.
It's still
Jill has just arrived.
It's still just
Oh,
Marty.
Jill arrived? I thought he was here the whole time.
No, Jill's back. Jill's back. Right. Will we open it up to Jill, Marty? Me and you, right? We can put Jill, send the link.
Yeah,
I know
okay.
you're really annoying. You're going to get both of us a copyright strike.
Let me go change my air conditioner real quick.
Get
It's
both
hot.
of us with a copyright strike talking over it. Thank you.
Give me 1
Marty
second.
ran. Marty ran away.
I'll be right back. I need to change my air conditioner low. I'll be right back. Oh, shit.
Jesus, the keyboard is really sticky though. It sounds nice, but I can see why he changed it.
I like your keyboard. It's very like
Right,
this.
well, hold on. I'll do this. There you go. Clicked up there. Would you like to try it?
I don't want to touch it.
No. It switched off.
That would be weird.
All right, I'm back. Sorry, I just needed to make my air conditioner to 70, so it was hot in here. So my boss likes to keep it at 75 because of the AC bill, the power bill. And she says that's the reason why we're not getting bonuses or raises because of the power bill, which is crap. The reason why we're not getting bonuses and raises is because she's spending all her money on bullshit. So.
He's talking to my ear, and I'm sorry, but him in real life is a little louder than you, and all I heard was blah blah blah, you guys, some man talking bullshit.
Yeah, pretty much what I said.
Richard, question: you are the manager of the stream. You are the boss. All hail, Richard.
Oh wait, let me act appropriately.
Jill has appeared in my live chat. Should we liven it up a wee bit with Jill?
I see, yeah.
Yeah, you be quiet for a minute. You be quiet for a minute.
Just want to talk.
You be quiet for a
Marty.
minute.
He's
for 10
talking a
seconds.
stool.
What?
Jill has been stuck. Do you remember that debate me and Jill did like 6 years ago, right?
I didn't know you guys had
He's
it.
still stuck on that.
He's talking and yapping about it the other day and telling me I'm running because I won't have a debate with him about slavery in the Bible. So let the
Okay.
mother...
Hold on.
He's just
hold
being
on.
antagonizing.
I'm going
Okay,
to go back.
Here's the deal. Every one of us deserve love and attention and acceptance.
Wow.
Oh,
I just want to give him hugs.
Me
tell
too.
Richard. Tell Richard
About the red wine? No, I've already
No,
done
tell
that.
him about my favourite song.
Did you leave the disco light on? Yes, the favourite song in the world that this motherfucking has is Trust Me on the Sunscreen by Baz Luhrmann.
You'd love it.
Never heard of it. Okay.
Do
Baz
the Googles and find it.
Richard, I do actually think that you would appreciate it. You definitely
You would
100%.
love it,
It's
dude.
more of a talking story than it is a song.
Okay.
And then, like, one of the lines is, don't read beauty magazines. They'll only make you feel ugly. Don't fall out with your family because they'll be there in the end. But you'll find some friends that you'll hold on to like family. These are lines in
Okay,
the
that's
song.
deeper than I thought it would be.
Yeah, these are lines in the song. And it's called Trust Me on the Sunscreen because he starts it saying, wear sunscreen, and he ends it, Trust Me on the Sunscreen.
Should I
Yeah.
do a serious?
No, because it'll get copyrighted.
But it's Richard. I'm not going to play the song, but shall I do a serious? I mean, it's Richard. I'm scared of Richard.
No,
Yeah.
no. The correct
You know
phrase
what's
is
weird?
afraid of his beard.
I'm
A
afraid
lot of
yeah.
people are actually intimidated by me. I don't know why.
Are we bringing Jill in?
Yes, I was just about to say, am I allowed to post the link?
Yeah, sure.
He still didn't talk to me earlier today. In your stream, I said hi, and he didn't talk to me.
It's not
I
like
have seen 3 times where he was reasonable and rational. I've seen it happen.
He has spoken to me before numerous times, but he didn't do it today.
there is a stream somewhere back in the day, maybe it's not too long back in the day, but Jill come on and I think talked movies with us. Actually was part of a hangout stream. He talked movies with us.
I don't know, Jill.
I agree with your statement earlier, Stu, or Richard. The person we introduced, the person that Jill tries to be online is not the real Jill.
Can't-
When I talk movies with Jill,
Sure.
that felt more realistic to me than the persona of the person he plays.
Oh, persona.
That's another big word.
Very big word. Persona. 3 syllables, Richard.
I know, and I don't.
Really fucking
We
syllables.
clarified. I don't do 3 symbols. That's
Ooh.
fine.
No, you don't do what?
3 syllables.
Okay.
Have you switched the fucking disco light off yet?
No, because I've not finished yet. So
Syllables.
while you guys keep... Are you doing the counting the syllables?
Syllables.
Fuck you, Richard.
I just had to prove him wrong that he does do 3 syllables all the time.
You're a cunt. I do love your beard. It's very nice.
Envy. You're envious.
Have I got beard envy?
Yes, you're beard envy.
That's
Would you
the
like to
thing.
see the rest of it?
No,
He just nearly spilled his drink. Fuck me, don't do
that
that.
sounded so gay. No.
Is that too much
No.
to see the rest of the
It
video?
is Tuesday.
Is it still cheap?
Dude loves Tuesdays.
Because at this angle, you see 2/3 of it. It's not the whole thing.
Oh, that's what she said. Ah, got a laugh from Marty.
The person you just met, yes.
Yes, the Marty, who I don't know who the fucking Marty is.
Where's Jill? Did he run away? And then claim he left the stream?
Okay, Athena, you got it. I'll get you a link.
Hey, Midnight.
Hey, Snowball.
How many names does this human have?
Oh no, I'm being derogatory because I'm Irish.
Oh no, it's totally acceptable. We all understand. It's it's part of the ribbing. It means I love
There's
you.
nothing in that.
Yeah.
It's an empty can that wasn't put in the bin. I like being in the bottom. You're covering the way I'm sitting on this bad sofa and I don't feel as fat anymore. Appreciate it. Do I understand what time is?
No, do you understand the word tardy?
No one understands what time is.
Yeah, what a question to ask. He must be smoking. He thinks he's a philosopher.
I ain't going
Probably.
to do the philosophizing with Richard because Richard still hates me because horses.
Horses?
Yeah.
Did you have an argument that hands weren't a valued fucking measurement as height for horses anymore?
About 6 years ago, Richard and I had a fallout because I don't believe that horses have wings. End of story.
Oh, it's midnight. That's good. Sorry, I thought it was Jill.
Yes.
I was more excited to see Jill in this one moment. I don't want to take that away from you, Midnight. but-
Wow.
Wow.
And here I thought I was a lot better than Jill. I was a lot more likable than Jill. But no, you
ruined the, see, you ruined the movement now. Now I look fat again. Shit.
He was all geared up for a fight, and he knows you're not going to give one. That's what it is.
No, I want to give hugs, but I've got loads of hugs and we're not even
Oh, I know.
I want the new hugs, you know. Jill's a stranger. You know they tell you to
Well, I
hug a
mean,
stranger.
what type of fight are you looking for, MathPig?
Bananas or pineapples?
I said fight,
question.
not fruit.
Yes, I'm gonna fight with you over fruit.
Jill's not even in the chat anymore.
No, apples are better.
That's a category herb.
It's categorical. It's not category error. That's bad
Oh,
English.
fuck up. Don't you stick up for them. You stick up for me. We're supposed to be besties.
Hello.
Okay, you're supposed to be besties.
Hello.
Well, you didn't put a fight. Okay, Marty, which side do you pick? You have to pick my side too.
No, Marty. I love you.
Okay.
I love you. You're on my side.
Oh, you think by telling me you love me, I'm gonna pick your side? That don't work.
Isn't that all it takes usually? I mean,
Please, that didn't work with my ex-husband. It's not gonna work with you.
I'm going to give you some context. I'm English.
Really?
Fuck you. From the UK. and he's
English
from
and from the UK.
And apparently wants to fuck me.
also fuck you.
And Richard. He must be
Really?
gay. It's a
Wow.
Tuesday. It is Tuesday.
I'm doing
He
this.
gets gay on a Tuesday.
This is not true.
She's gay.
I'm putting the link in the chat. You get gay on a Tuesday. I'm putting the link in the chat.
For who? Jill?
Stop telling me people I'm
No. There's a thing. Shh.
Jill don't.
Keep telling your story.
Oh, you want my story?
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah,
god. After
winged
3
horses.
hours I'm allowed to speak. There you go, Richard.
Yeah.
Yeah, me. I've completely forgotten. I was talking to Marty, can't remember. It was important.
Winged horses, which are better, bananas or pineapples?
Oh, you've gone back to winged horses.
Bananas are gross.
Okay, well, I don't like bananas because I don't know. I've had a thing since I was a kid, and
It's
I can't
always
eat-
pineapple.
so definitely
It's-
pineapples.
Yeah.
Yep.
Bananas are gross.
Yeah.
It's an interesting start to make a conversation, Richard, because, as you know, or maybe can't remember, we had a fallout about winged horses.
Whether or not they were plausible, I
Yeah,
argued that there are
that's-
animals with
Yeah.
wings.
I'm just gonna
I
punch you.
remember.
Yeah. But putting that aside, to me that's nonsense. That doesn't mean you're not. No, is he a dick? Is he a dick? I can't remember.
I don't know. You're having trouble saying sentences and you're projecting your distaste with yourself upon Richard going, I can't talk. It must be his fault. He's a dick. That's what I'm seeing from an outside point of
Okay.
view.
And that comes from my psychiatrist.
No, your cur.
Who's highly trained.
Well, conveniently located too.
So bottom line is, winged horses do not exist. Shut up, Richard. But that doesn't mean that you're not a cool guy.
Oh, thanks. I actually think you're hilarious.
Yeah, well, you're a dick. You're very.
Yeah, you're wrong.
Winged
you're
horses
very-
may not exist, but I
You're very.
exist, and I have wings.
I don't know.
Look, the best we can do is we do not observe any winged horses. That's the best.
Oh, here we go. Here we fucking go. You know what?
Well, I tell you what. As soon as you're done surveying the universe, get back to me.
Ooh, snap.
Mathematically, he's correct. I've also put Richard's link to this stream on Richard's channel in the live chat. I will be rounding up on this channel in the next 5 minutes or so on my channel, so that gives me the option to just walk away anytime I want and leave all you crazy people. It's not super late, but I don't want to have to deal with that at a later date.
What time would it be?
It's half
Have you
four.
checked your watch?
4:30 in the
We're
afternoon.
all crazy, but so are you.
Yeah. So Richard's hosting on the StreamYard, so that works out. So there's the link. Everybody go over to Richard's chat in the next 5-10 minutes. On my channel, I'll be ending but not leaving. So if you want to continue to see all of this,
This gorgeous man.
we'll do this, right? And you get to see all of this, right?
Right on.
Don't be
right
mean to him. What are you doing? Come on, man.
I have to be mean to him
Why?
because he's homeless and there's no one else and he's smaller than me and I have to,
No.
Wow.
It's fucking cameras.
it's the camera fault. I'm going to go.
I'm actually really big, Richard.
Yeah, bigger than MathPig, obviously. Yes. Closer to the camera. Yeah.
Small or far away.
I've got very tiny hands, just like a T-Rex.
He said.
Oh, Trump.
Oh my god, he has. He actually has. I didn't know this.
What?
That you've got really tiny fucking hands. You're
Okay, well, let's look at your hands that
This is-
are old and veiny and not
No,
been cleaned in a
MathPig.
week.
How does it feel to have
Fuck,
tiny
they're
hands
bigger.
like Trump?
Do you know, at the end of the day, my fingers are magic, and my hands have workman hands. They've scars, they've cuts. I cut the top off this one, I grew it back. So I don't mind that, he's got abnormally large hands. It would make sense for the tiny. But yeah.
Men with smaller hands are at a distinct advantage in relationships because
Oh,
it makes buttocks and breasts look larger.
feel.
No, when the woman sees your hand on them.
He got all pervy.
Yeah,
That boy's
no.
a sex addict.
I'm scared. I'm very
He
scared.
tells everybody he's a monk, but he's not one of
Why do
them
you think I
monks.
think about sex so much?
Well, I'm pointing myself this way.
I love sex.
Sex
You're
is
a proud
in my
man.
life. True.
Who doesn't like?
Oh, I got told that I'm like having a trauma response by being voluntarily celibate because I told one story of a bad experience and they assume that's my entire story. This is how atheists think.
Okay, everybody has left mine, and I see one person watching. That might be a coincidence or happened 50 minutes ago. But I'm gonna run the intro.
Spooky. Spooky said he's afraid that Stool may have small buttocks and would wish that you put your hand on his buttocks so that Stool can feel better about the size of his buttocks.
Can I just point one thing
He
out?
has only tops of legs.
For legal reasons, I think I need to make this very clear.
Can you say bye-bye to everybody before I do
Spooky
that?
is a fucking weirdo. He's going to get arrested. Just going to say that.
Arrested.
Spooky has already been arrested twice for vigorously cycling.
Vigorously cycling.
One time it was in the newspaper.
Oh, yes, he got cycling. Oh, my God. Spooky, I'd totally forgotten about your
Bye,
vigorously
MathPig people.
cycling.
Oh yeah, I ended that when he started talking. Don't worry.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Okay, sorry.
No. He started
sorry.
talking. Me.
Welcome to my life.
Yeah, act like it's an awful.
My life.
You act like it's awful.
Song,
Did you
good
get?
song, by the way.
Did you get fed today?
I don't know.
Did you not?
Did you have the crack?
Did you have the crack?
Did you have the crack? Richard, spell the crack.
As far as I know, CRAIK.
See at
Hey,
the end.
Marty,
CRAIC.
there's
Okay.
a cat behind you. Look out.
Yeah, no, it's not.
He midnight totally disrespected you. He was like, "Oh my god, this man's talking. I'm going to talk about the pussy in the background."
She spent last night, which is why I'm running off to sleep. So
Sorry.
seems to be feeling better now. He held on his lunch. He threw up all of his dinner and then he started going to bile. So I didn't get a whole lot of sleep last night because I was worried about him. And then he had diarrhea, which is, I don't know how he had diarrhea. He didn't have anything else in his stomach. So it could be like a parasite. It could be like, or something, or maybe he ate something. Maybe he got into something he's not supposed to. Maybe something, but who knows? But he seems to be okay now.
What age is Merlin? And your cat. I'm talking your cat, not Mearden, the old.
Yeah,
Merlin.
yeah, he's 10. My female's 11. He's 10.
I would tell you, what age do cats live to? You know, I throw them outside and sometimes they run away, sometimes I don't know.
Hell no, neither of these cats would survive. Actually, how I got Merlin was my ex-sister-in-law found him by himself in the town square with no mommy. He had a broken tail. He had a cold, and she was going to keep him, but she just had a C-section. And then Doug, got rid of one of Akira's last kids, which I didn't talk to him for like a week about. Then I said, well, can we take him, at least foster him? And then we ended up keeping him.
Yeah, well, Pot's a rescue as well. Pot got shot with a pellet gun, a wee BB gun, as you would call it, before I got hold of him. Go with the rescues.
That's just mean.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, I called the USPCA and him. I called the government organization for protection of animals on that motherfucker. Right?
Yeah.
He had two dogs. He had him and a what we would refer to as a sheepdog, maybe a collie or whatever. I'm not sure what you would call it, but yeah, it was slightly older, and I don't want to be ageist or anything like that, but you know.
Oh, please be ageist.
Pot fit in my hand at this stage. You know, he was a tiny little cute puppy that keeps sneaking under the fence, and I'd go out at the back door in the morning because he's scraping at the back door, even when he belonged to the neighborhood. You know,
He was asking for help.
yes. So I called, and they came and they went to take both the dogs away, and I just pretended. Well, they came to take the dogs away, and I just pretended like.
Animals are very smart. There are a lot of videos out there of cats and dogs asking humans for help, even bears. I love animals. Like they're very smart. Like they know what the fuck they know what goes on. And yeah.
Oh, poor puppy.
I mean,
Oh no, he's grand now. Do you know what he did do a couple of weeks ago? The fella I get my weed off, his wife took some of the weed and made some brownies and was like, I'd like you to try these and see, what you think of them. And he gave me one for me, one for Stu, and one for Red. And I left the room. Like, it was a very quick visit. He usually comes in and has a bit of banter, He plays with the snakes. He likes the snakes and stuff. He would stay for a wee while. But the moment he arrived, I desperately needed to go to the toilet. Like, I was going to the bathroom as he walked up to the front door. I was like, appreciate it, man. Thanks very much. Real quick visit. Need to run to the toilet. So I took the bun. Doug opened the door and had an entire bun. All by himself. Like, they were quite heavy buns. I give the other one to Red. I didn't try them, but that dog did not move for like a day and a half. And then when he did, he got up and vomited at the back door and went back to sleep for an hour.
Oh, poor puppy.
Like, I'm talking a big fuck off muffin, like, you know. He was like, yeah. I walked in and he had the paper and all. There's one muffin left and nothing. And it's like, okay, so you're going to sleep for a while. Have a good time.
Poor puppy.
He's getting old. It probably helped his arthritis for a few days. You never know.
Yeah, because he just slept.
He just slept. No, he slept. Woke up, vomited. It was so funny. He just got up. He went to the back door. I let him outside. He vomited. He walked straight back in. He went back in.
Oh, that's not bad. Yeah, I'm worried about Merlin. He's okay now.
Sounds like a familiar story, to be honest.
He didn't sleep a lot last night because he kept puking all night, so he's probably tired.
I did the same on stool one time, but deliberately. A friend of mine gave me some gummies, and we went to the cinema, and then came home from the cinema, and I told Stool that these were gummies left over from the cinema. Give Stool a gummy. He tried to walk, and his knees gave way, and he was like, "What the fuck is going on?" And I was like, "Ha ha ha! Would you like to see the packet?" Yeah, that was funny. Don't spike your friends, people.
I've gotten high and gone to the movie. I got high and went to see the South Park movie. It was extra hilarious because I saw it when we were stoned off my ass.
I give him a 60 milligram THC gummy, and they didn't tell him for like 2 hours.
I'll
It's
tell you
quite
what.
funny.
What we could do, Richard. You're obviously multitasking at the moment, Richard, because
No, he's bored.
you're bored. I'm sensing you're bored. So we could do some science. Would you like to do some science?
Love science.
Okay. I will now do a science. I will initiate some science. Pig. Pip, pip, pip. Hmm?
That's
So
3 tokes.
Do you want to watch science, Richard? Because I can't do these things. Watch and observe.
Oh, yay! Look.
Marty, are you watching?
Yeah.
Still smoking drugs.
I'm
Yay!
doing the drinks.
Give him the
With my beard in the 1960s.
what is that? Vertication?
Huh?
Trying to think of the word that he's looking for right now. He's looking for not attention, but well done. You've done a thing.
Validation?
Thank you, Marty.
affirmation.
Validation.
Okay.
Let's all give Stu the validation he needs. There you go. Aye. So there's a pussy behind Marty.
Somebody clip that. Because this fucker has just accused me of wanting that. This fucker. Fuck off. Give it back.
It's all wet now. What did you do? Anyway,
Oh.
everybody's got really quiet now because you were talking. I don't know. I'm just pointing it out.
Maybe it's because
I'm waiting for him to finish the idea.
It's been nearly 2 years, Richard. It doesn't end.
Oh, okay.
It's never ending.
Hmm?
It's never ending.
So the sciencey part is watching your consciousness shift away from your normal self into something else because you've altered your brain chemistry. Is that the sciencey part?
That would be a very fun experiment to witness because I am insanely shit. I don't do the things that these naughty people do.
Right.
So it's kind of interesting, I guess, for somebody to observe it from the outside.
For myself, if I smoke marijuana, I have extreme paranoia. Like I just get suspicious of everybody, of everything. I also feel like I can't understand time whatsoever. I become a dog. and I can't tell how fast I'm talking or how fast anyone else is talking, or if I'm going too slow or too fast. I can't tell.
Okay.
Yeah, it
And
sounds about
also, the whole world feels like it's on a waterbed.
right.
Okay. From a science point of view, that sounds really cool. I wish I had.
No, it's torturous.
Did you
Oh, okay.
right?
My
As my
legs.
last girlfriend, who I
That's a
last
long
time I
time ago.
yeah, who I also got high with. First time I really actually got high. You know, it wasn't just cheap weed out of a ditch somewhere. It wasn't ditch weed, it was real weed. And I got high with her, and she said, and I quote, "You have a stick up your ass. And you're not cool enough to smoke marijuana." And she was right. Okay? I'm a control freak when it comes to me. I can't stand to not be in control of me. That's not okay.
Yeah, you don't like losing your faculties.
That's where I would stop, you know. Whenever you start squaring up to your roommate and stuff like that, they're telling them that you'll knock the shit out of them when you're like half their size. You know, you've drank too much. Go back to bed.
And twice their
Richard,
age.
I'm really tall and big. It's the camera. I'm fucking huge, Richard. You can see
You're
this.
huge. Okay, you should say you're tall, not huge, because I think that
No.
you use.
He's doing
Marty.
a comparative thing,
Marty,
Midnight. He's saying
I'm huge.
Also, you
saying
can
when-
you can also say, "Girl, look at me." Midnight would be interested too, just because Marty's
Oh,
the
Sparkle.
yes. Sparkle could be interested in you as well. That's
My-
Richard, no, but he's a monk. That's the only reason.
I'm more into effeminate men, if I'm being honest.
Okay, I need to do an apology.
If it makes you feel any better, he does the dishes in the laundry.
That does not make me feel more
It doesn't
monkey.
imply femininity. God damn it! Misogynist.
that was funny.
Everybody laughed. Fuck off. Everybody laughed.
Sick
Yeah, it
burn.
was.
Misogynistic
funny.
or not, everybody laughed.
Sick burn.
Now you're lost for words.
No,
Sorry, I'll go back to not being any
I'll
crack
do-
and everybody can sit in
I'll do
silence.
one thing.
Don't fucking touch me.
I'll fucking touch it.
Okay.
Who's not ginger?
MathPig.
I win.
Where's your wife? Okay, where's your wife?
She
That's
went to
what I like
bed. She sleeps. She's
Oh,
sleeping.
she went to bed. So she's not she's not listening right now.
She may be because we're very loud, but she went to bed.
That's what I mean. You're loud, so don't be loud. Let your wife sleep.
I had fucking AC/DC on the other day with my wee girl in the fucking car, and she slept through it. She was fine.
Shit. That just happened.
Oh my god, you
They
burnt
lit
your
the
hers.
wrong end.
That just happened.
No, and on top of that, I
That's
can
recorded,
smell
everybody.
burnt
That's
her.
recorded. Clip this.
I
you
smell
recorded?
burnt her. You burnt
Yeah.
your mustache.
Yes,
you
he
okay?
did.
He said fire to his mustache.
Is anybody else going to ask if he's okay, or am I the only one?
No, the rest of
Oh,
us
no,
think
it's
it's funny.
Yeah, his must-
As soon as I find out he's okay, then I'll laugh.
The rest of us want him to be a little bit hurt, not badly hurt, but a little bit.
to be
Yeah.
desperately honest, Richard, it's saving me work. It's I have to shave that
Sure.
fucking head. So you just saved me
Right
like
on.
20 minutes work. Appreciate it.
Just to make Richard feel happier. I am a little bit hurt, pain wise.
I'll bet. Yeah.
Yeah, that kind of hurt, and I feel like a stupid now.
So you got a little embarrassment. You probably got a little hot spot on the top of your lip right there.
Yeah, that's where it
that
is.
looked like
Can I take a side view picture of all the little
Yeah.
burnt bits of her, like little balls at the bottom? You've got all the. You need to do this. So you
Well,
look.
but this is part of the science experiment. Go ahead, Marty.
Did you smoke the wrong end, Stool?
Yeah,
No.
he turned it around and lit the wrong end. He lit the filter. It really.
It wasn't. No, there's no filter. Still doesn't put filters in. It was literally a centimeter long, and his mustache is a centimeter long.
Oh, that flame was just your mustache? That was crazy.
I didn't even see it.
Oh,
It was
dude, I didn't see anything.
the flame was like this big.
I
There,
was
No, I can't even find what's left in the ashtray because it was like it's all rubbish to me. I can't even find what. There was so little on it. He went to light the last wee bit of a cigarette and set fire to his face.
So apparently am I allowed to use the R word?
No, you've said that you can't see and you don't know. When you look down, you're like, I'm blind. I think I'm here. I think I'm here. But I'm actually here.
He just set fire to himself. I already clipped it and got it on loose.
Someone's gonna have to clip that. Flame was like a full inch tall. It actually was
Marco,
taller.
fuck you.
Nerdy is the man. Nerdy, can you
over the ball of his nose?
Okay.
Seriously.
Nerdy, you've got a YouTube channel. Can you really quickly clip that and post it as an unlisted or private video, and then tweet me the link to that so we can?
It has to be unlisted. It can't be private.
But private.
You know what he meant.
Yeah, but I love correcting people, as you know, Richard.
Me too. I obsess about
Would
it.
you do me a favor and kick that snowball motherfucker for a minute?
I could kick myself if I want to. So it's like.
He did.
I did it myself. So
Oh, you left yourself? Oh, he just.
There you go. Way to take command of the situation.
Yes.
Oh, Nerdy's lying. Nerdy lied. Someone else do it.
I don't know how. And it's
You have to pay me.
Well, we do. Oh, yes. No, we can check on Richard's stream because Richard's stream is 2:44 and 44 seconds, and we can just go back to that. So 2:44:44. I'll remember. And
Four.
yeah, 2:44:44.
He'll be in that neighborhood. I'm not exactly sure when.
Well, that's what it was when I said it, but we'll just scroll back a bit. And if you do it scene by scene, one of them will be bright yellow.
It was a pretty good flame. I've never seen hair burn that. You must have very dry hair.
I didn't.
No, it's not dry. It's soaked in alcohol.
Oh.
That's probably true.
It's so big and him drinking all night. At least that front bit is soaked in alcohol.
I'm very disappointed in you, Richard. I came here in peace.
Yeah.
And now you've mocked me because I set my face on fire.
Wait, when did I mock you for setting your face on fire?
He
When
pointed
did I do
out.
that?
Do you know? Well, look at it this way. I've just thought of a benefit. Your nose hairs are that huge. All the big ones are probably gone now.
Marty.
Now that's
Marty,
What? You
I
mean
like you. I like you, Marty. Let's talk about sensible things
Okay. Like what?
that are not about my fucking beard and my
Everybody was calm.
inability
Quiet.
to
Oh, wait,
light
wrong
a
song.
cigarette.
Wait,
Sorry, Midnight. I didn't hear you.
I know.
I'm
I
still
know what
sleeping
once.
too, so you're gonna have to tell me what we're talking about. If we're talking about something sensible, you're gonna have to tell me what we're talking about because I'm a little sleepy.
Well, thank you for staying up even though you're sleeping.
Yeah, I'm real
I
bad.
figured I would thank you on behalf of Richard over here, although he could thank you himself, obviously.
Thank you. so much.
I'm high on life, maybe. I don't know. Maybe
Yeah.
I'm high on something. I don't know. It's like the man I was 2 years ago versus the man I am now is night and day, or yin and yang, or I don't know, the red and blue. Chicken Kong, I don't know.
Oh my god.
Well, I didn't know that guy, but I like the you that you are.
Thank you. I love the me that I am too.
See, you're too nice, Richard. There's no point in lying, Just tell the truth.
Apparently I'm not-
Fuck you, you pig. Like literal fucking pig.
My wee girl came to the top of the stairs the other day and actually shouted down the stairs. Me and Red were having a smoke at the front door, and she shouted down the stairs, "Red, pig."
Yeah, that's your couple's name, Red Pig. There you go.
There you go. That's your new channel name, Red Pig.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
No, it was quite funny the fact that she referred to me as pig. It was quite funny.
That's cute. She's a cute kid.
I'm sure she knew she was being cheeky.
Her and Stu on a long drive. The four of us all went out one day. I can't remember where it was because it's happened that many times. Oh no, I wasn't. Okay, they come up with what's known as, and my wee girl calls the stool shuffle. So when there's music on and them two's in the back seat, they're doing like a wee stool shuffle thing. I don't know whatever the fuck it's called. And they would be leaning, like my wee girl's at one side of the car, stools at the other, and sometimes I'm looking in the rearview mirror, and all you can see is them two leaning over and going, whispering wee shit, right? And this motherfucker taught my wee girl this, right? And try look in the mirror. And I'd be like, what are you doing, honey? And she'll stop whispering to him and then whispering. She'll just look in the rearview mirror and do that. That means shut up, none of your business.
I'm sorry, but I had to highlight this. Midnight is America's stool. Fuck you.
I don't know what that means.
You're a liar.
Stool
You
means
taught
shit.
my wee girl with the hand symbol to tell her
No,
father,
no.
shut up, it's none of your
No,
business.
no.
And now that's like a joke. I'd be like, what are you talking about?
I need more info. Spooky. What does that mean? I understand the words, but the sentence made no sense to me. Midnight
Yeah,
is
what
American
do you
school.
mean, spooky?
Is this the shit that you thought
What
would
it
be?
means is a lot of people. No. It just means that Midnight's face is sort of like something people sit on a lot. You know.
No.
Jesus Christ. What the fuck?
Man, Saves is in the house.
Welcome back, Richard.
There's a pussy in the background looking directly at the camera.
I
Come
know
on.
it's nothing, for fuck's sake.
I mean, I'd argue there's two.
Okay, I got 3 jokes and 2 laughs. I've scored out. I'm happy.
Yeah.
Hello, John.
All right, you guys, I'm gonna get out of here. I need to take a nap. I'm literally falling.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh, fuck
Well,
off. Fuck off, Marty. See you later. Nice
Wait,
talking
Marty,
to you.
before you go,
Yeah.
tonight doesn't count because you barely spoke.
Yes. Okay. Yes, that's fair.
Okay.
And if you were intently watching, I do believe that they were playing a game at one stage and pretending to be here.
Huh?
Were you playing a game? I seen you all jumping up and down earlier.
Yeah, you were doing. I know.
I was trying to get my files to load onto the book publishing
You were
website.
multitasking, Marty. You were doing.
Yeah, I was multitasking, but I was trying to get, and it didn't go through. I had 2 errors, so that was me going like, "Son of a bitch."
I thought you got shot. It was like, we were winning. Oh no, we lost.
No, I was upset because my book files didn't go through again. Actually, my ex-husband fixed it, so the fact I only got 2 errors is good because it was getting long.
We're only busting your balls. We're just busting your balls.
Oh no, I wasn't playing video games. I've done that before, but I wasn't playing video games.
So before you go, Marty, who I've never met before in my life, you're a complete stranger. Look at the camera and stop multitasking.
I'm not multitasking now.
It's so rude. You should pay attention to the sexy people. Just
I'm
saying.
looking at you right now. I'm looking at
I'm including Richard in that. Pay attention to the sexy people. Still looking at the fucking.
I'm looking
Look at you. The camera is there for mic purposes. Remember at the start?
But that's just.
Yeah, I can look at the camera,
so
but
wrong. There you go. There we go. Okay.
Now she can't see you.
now I can't see you if I'm looking at the camera. See how
Okay.
that works?
You know.
Actually, here, hold on. Let me do this. Hold on. Here.
You're such a needy person.
There we go. There it goes. I moved my
Abuse. Did everybody see the abuse?
I moved the thing over so I can look at you and the camera at the same time because I had it on.
Marty, before you go, I still don't know who the hell you are. Every now and again, I see Marty on the screen. I have no idea who the fuck you are. You seem cool. Don't know. You might be a fucking murderer for all I know.
We've
No
met.
fucking idea.
Hey! Murderers can be good. Can be nice people.
Yeah, that's
can be
what they
nice
are.
people.
I mean, I could have
I mean, just look at Ted Bundy. He was a nice person.
John Wayne Gacy. He was a pillar of the community.
There we
All
go.
I can think of is I still prefer the 2 nostril black hole look. That view was.
Oh, yeah,
That was a cool look.
Yeah, I thought that was a cool look. If we could get the mic working with the 2 black holes. I'm gonna text you and torture you till you literally pass out. Or
I'm
go sleep.
gonna pass out now because my phone's my ring is off. So if you text me, I'm not even gonna get it until I wake up.
Richard.
That's okay. Fuck you then. I'll not text you. Have a nice sleep.
Richard.
Yeah,
Thanks
I'm
for
gonna
coming by,
take
Marty.
it. 'Cause I really-
Marty's trying to leave. Can you let them have the platform for a minute and stop making it all about you?
The next time I'm available, like my work schedule available, and
I know.
we'll get together and we'll have a talk. You're right. This doesn't count because I was busy and sleepy. So.
And he wouldn't shut up.
I know. I
Let it
talk
go.
all the time.
Go to bed. Go to bed. You are feeling
directly
tired,
to
Marty.
I'm feeling tired. All right. I'll talk to you later. Bye, you guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.
So,
said use
it's just
guys.
the men here. The
Mm,
men are
yeah.
here.
Can I do a talky thing? So this bugs me. I've got 3 things on my screen. I need a 4 people. I need a 4. So get somebody else in. Otherwise, I'll get fucking
Is that better?
weird.
No.
Now you've got a purple mustache, Richard. The way you're leaning forward.
Yes, you do. What the fuck? Mustache twirling. I'm evil. Evil.
$5 million.
No, it's $1 billion.
I need the context again because I'm stupid. So
I have no
Midnight
idea what the fuck
Sparkle,
we're talking about.
Are you only meeting Midnight Sparkle for the first time now as well? Yeah.
I don't know.
Yep. I've known Robbie for like years. Oh, well, what the fuck? He removed himself.
Okay. Fuck you then.
I didn't do it, by the way. That was him.
Okay.
Oh, he's playing fucking. Look under the 3 cards and see which one has the. He's gonna pop in now, and he's like, "I'm the ball."
Oh, whoa, Richard, knock it off. What the oh, motion sickness. I'm not even moving.
He's the ball. It's under that card.
I mean,
No, I'd be heading there soon because it is
Richard
getting.
is many things, but he's not a bottom. Just because he's a bottom. Jesus Christ. Oh.
You're nearly as bad as Stool for killing the crack.
Well, fuck you.
Did anyone else see Stool do the fucking what do you call that movie where the lady crosses her legs?
Basic Instinct.
Oh yeah, he fucking knows it.
Fatal Attraction, right?
Oh yeah.
Oh, Richard knew the porn better than you.
Sharon Stone.
Richard. Yes. Well done, Richard. You're obviously a bit bigger pervert than I am.
Thank you for the compliment.
Clearly,
That's okay.
he's a sex addict. We discussed this earlier.
Mm-hmm. What was the original point?
Aliens.
It's always aliens. That's the answer.
Oh, is it?
It's like saying 42.
I prefer
Just a different
69.
question.
What
Yeah.
is that?
Yeah, the answer is
Oh.
aliens. We just have to worry about
Sharon-
the question.
Have you got
Did
the
anyone else see Spooky's comment?
Have you got
Sharon
the chat
Stool.
ready? Sharon Stool. I've not got the charts. I need the charts.
Sharon Stool.
I love that.
That's fucking brilliant. Although
want-
nobody wants to ever see it again, so it's like the opposite.
Okay. Who said Sharon?
Marty says it's Basic Instinct, not.
What was she made?
Fatal
It was
Attraction.
Basic Instincts. That's the
I think
correct
she's right.
answer.
Yeah.
Sharon Stool was by Spooky, the one that was in the newspaper for vigorously cycling.
So was Spooky the one who christened me Sharon Stool?
Yes, there you are. It's in front of me.
Spooky, I hate you.
Were you wearing
absolute-
shorts? Were you wearing a kilt? I have to know the details here.
Sharon Stool.
He did this. He was here and he did the
I
flip.
do keep doing this.
Yeah, you can stop it.
I can't help it. I just keep doing that.
It's a good job we're leaving soon. 3 minutes. We're going to hit the 3 hours.
Yeah,
I'm going to leave you alone with the snowball.
that's quite all right. I like the snowball.
Still.
Yeah.
Not if they caused an avalanche.
Well, it's a good thing I don't cause avalanches.
What
Let's see. I'm a.
type of snow are you? That's the question.
I'm a white snow.
There's at least like 15, 16 different types of snow. Come on, pick one.
That's what I just said. White snow.
Okay, are you like fluffy snow? Or are you like granular snow?
Oh,
Furiously cycling.
Compacted snow, maybe snow with a little bit of ice on top.
Are you slab snow that compacts that hard that causes avalanches? Did you know snow does a thing very much like dew? When the sun comes down during the summer, the snow at the very bottom of different layers, it's heats up that much because of it. There could be maybe a 6 degree or 7 degree. It heats up. The water vapor goes up through them right to the top, and because of the cold pressure at the top, it creates like little flowery, like spiky crystals on the top, and it's snow dew. It's like dew, but snow. There's an actual name for it that I can't remember right now, but yeah. Refuses to stick together because of its crystalline form. So if it snows directly first thing in the morning, then that can cause, because there's a solid layer, a layer that doesn't stick, and then the fluffy stuff. And it just so Veritasium, I talked about it earlier. They did a whole video yesterday on avalanches, okay?
Okay.
Fuck up. Go back to your corner.
That's good educational stuff, really.
Yeah. Yeah. And it refers back full circle to that story that I said to Richard earlier about the guy that did his job, got hit by an avalanche, got up and finished his job, and then wrote a book about what not to do so you don't cause avalanches.
That's pretty good. Yeah.
So, do you need some music while you do that speech?
We need to go offline.
Definitely no music. No.
Yeah. I'm gonna
I
go.
like to move it. You like to move it.
Move it.
Yes.
There you go.
Go to sleep.
Okay, guys. Let's do it. If you have something, go ahead and shill it.
No, I guess we're all leaving.
Yeah. Okay, that's been shilled adequately. Midnight. You got anything going on?
No, but I will show your channel, even though we're on it. Watch Rich's channel. He doesn't stream as much as he used to, but when he does, it's gold.
That's perfect.
You're super. Yeah, well, we're not going to get better than that. Might as well close it down. Thanks, everyone. I look forward to the day that we are.
Oh, I've got one. I've got one.
And
I've got one. Sub to Richard because he's better than a Christian. He's a good person.
oh, you guys are very nice.
You just had to outdo me, didn't you?
Well,
I actually typed it earlier. It's
actually a super proudful statement. He's being really proudful. What he's saying is Richard must be a great guy because look, I'm here choosing to hang around with him. That's what he's really.
I thought you were going to say with food. You know, that takes a lot.
Hey! I'm flipping you the bird too. You just can't see it because I don't have my camera on. Like I saw that, a little bird.
Right on. All right, guys. Till next time.
Peace and respect
to you all.
Asshole.
I'm gonna leave that in there.
Asshole.